I mean, if we're gonna take a detour, it should be about Stardew Valley.
Exactly.
I will say, I never get married in Stardew, but you can make Krobus your roommate, and I have done that.
Yeah.
I love
nice.
making
Just-
Krogus your roommate.
You get a little
They were
little
roommates.
a little shadow man in your house.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I looked because everybody could hear you, but not me. Hey, all right, we're back. What's up, internet? Hey, this is Lines in the Lies. This is our Crits and Giggles, the Vecna one. D&D doing it live, whatever you want to call it. What do we call it? Actual play?
Actual play.
Actual
Playing,
play.
actually.
Doing it
Doing
live.
it live type thing.
Doing it
Why is
live.
it called that?
I see 2 people are not in Roll20 yet.
Oh, I was waiting until you turn the music on because sometimes I get in there and then you turn the music on and then I don't have the music for 20 minutes and then I have to click it 4 times.
Oh, let's just turn it
Happens
on
to me
now
too.
then.
I opened
have-
the tab and forgot that we were.
We'll
I had
have
to get into
cool
the-
space-time music for our introductions. Yay.
Shit, yeah.
We're gonna go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, introduce our characters, recap what happened last time because it's been a hot minute, and then we'll get right into it. Starting with Ash.
Hey, yo, it's me. Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Ash and Rabbit all over the internet. I play Pumpkin, the Fey Wanderer Ranger Kenku. She's a bit of a dumbass, and I love her. Oh god, she's got multi connections with other people here at the table, and it's good fun. The one of the 2 people she does not have a connection with is the next person, Andrea.
Oh, hey, hi, it's me. I'm Andrea. I go by Glossy Wood Tone on the internet, and I am playing Alaska Jane. She is a teeny tiny gnome paladin. She's the strongest of the strong, and she is basically the opposite of Indiana Jones, and she's happy to be here. And I do believe that Logan is next, who is my
Yeah.
game buddy.
Hi, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdwardo on the internet. I'm playing Kaz and Kabar, the anarcho-socialist, clockwork soul, sorcerer, warlock, amalgamation of all kinds of different problems. And yeah, next up we got Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Bostet Campbell. She is a tabaxi fighter with some bard on her side who loves her family, is quite tired at the moment, and is friends with this new guy that we picked up and his dog. So we're gonna see what happens next.
And Vic.
And Vic.
Hi, I'm Vic. I'm not on the internet and I'm barely in real life right now, and I play Odysseia. She is a Shadar-kai cleric bard. She doesn't have a god. She has a library. She's extremely smart, except she's an absolute fucking dumbass, and I love her so much.
Excellent. Okay. So we've kind of been doing a lot of stuff, or not as much a lot of stuff, but meeting a lot of different people. So let's see if we can get this all straight. Since last time, this is what happened. You continued exploring the Lambent Zenith. This is the ship, the Spelljammer ship that has crash landed onto a dying god's body. And you're running into a whole bunch of people among the crew. And here's some things that have come up during those interactions. People are concerned about the first mate's well-being. He seems to be acting very strange since the crash. All of these people are also like seemingly kind of unfazed about how long they've been marooned here. Accounts are consistent that it's been months. But anytime you bring that up with anybody, they're just like, oh. Anyway. Key things from specifically last time: you met a human druid and an orc ex-pirate cook that you convinced to join you in resolving what you can and finding the piece of the rod. Specifically the cook, the half-orc, was a little wary about sharing info about that with you guys, but you convinced her that your purpose for it is good and necessary, so she's on board. You end up, the druid ends up accidentally opening up a portal that transported to a different part of the ship, a random different part of the ship, and a bunch of beaked brain creatures came out swinging at you. Excuse me, you have cleared that out, accidentally realizing that they were kind of holding a blink dog hostage that is now one of your crew. And he keeps repeating magic bad, or teleport bad. And now the druid and the blink dog have realized that their third friend, a tree, is here and safe as well. That's where we ended last time. So recap: space, ship crashed into God, blink dog that talks, tree that talks, chaos magic.
Wait,
Cool.
does the blink dog talk, or was someone talking to the dog?
The blink dog
There
has a
He
magical
has the
collar.
up dog. The
Oh,
up. The
yeah,
up collar.
okay, I remember that now.
Yeah. And we ended on meeting this guy, or at least seeing him. Oop. There it is.
And we're like on a dinghy, right? That's where these two were like out stranded. They were.
At first, they were. You found at the level below this, there was a dinghy that they had come in on. But yeah, it's down there. You're now in like the upper deck of this section of the ship.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything you guys want to add or jog memories for? Or do you want to just get right into it?
The druid, before we had like we ended up talking him like out of like a weird, I think Bost specifically had like talked him out of like a weird trance or like malaise type state that he was in, which kind of caused him to like accidentally summon those brain beak guys.
Yeah.
He was kind of just like zoning out, and like he was like, no, I think I'm just gonna stay here. And you gave him I forget what it was that you did, but it was like a feature you have, some kind of inspiration, like.
No,
Dealio.
I cast I cast heroism on him.
That was it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
made him not afraid.
That is true. That's what happened.
Because I was trying to get him to go with us, so that we could try to find his friends, because they were supposed to meet him for lunch, and they never did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out how many friends he had?
I think it was 2.
It was, so he kept referring to a cards partner that never showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you meeting the dog and now this tree person thing are accidents of the exploring that's happened.
Okay.
Also, just double checking, reading back over my notes. Is it the first mate who nobody's? Because I have that the captain is indisposed, and
So
that
was my mistake early on, and
Okay.
we corrected it last time. It is the first mate who is indisposed and acting weird. Nobody said anything about the captain.
Cool.
And so we had to renege everything that I said about the captain, including
Cool.
people saying things about the captain. Nobody has
Great.
mentioned the captain at all.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Then that would have changed all of the questions I had ever had, because I would have questions about where the captain was. But that's cool. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My apologies for that confusion. There's like way too many names in this
Fair.
part of the adventure, so my mix up.
Copy that. Sorry, and what's our buddy's name?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
The one, the human that I met.
The druid?
Druid.
Druid. Yeah.
Devaris?
Deveris.
Deveris. Devaris is the druid. If the chef is still,
Daveras.
that's
I mean,
not
you were
what I wrote
close.
down.
Okay.
And then I have a chef named Kaisera.
Kaisera,
Yeah, Kaisera is what I got.
yes.
Okay. Who did she also come with us, or was it just the druid?
She is with you as well.
Cool.
So Kaisera is right here.
Yes.
I'm pinging on the map.
Great. Work,
Mhm.
lady.
And Deveris is here.
Okay. And then also Blink Dog.
Yep, and Blink Dog right here. Who you know is named Ikasa. Ikasa.
Because-
I think I wrote that down somewhere, but I'm now having trouble finding it in my notes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So as we're slowly getting the cogs rolling again here, we get up here. You kind of float it up. Oh, Ash, do you remember the rules for movement? Should I re-up it
In
real quick?
Space?
Yes.
Not really.
Okay.
Refresher would be super cool.
Okay, so where everywhere is breathable. This is not. It's easily mixed up. This is not space.
Right.
It's just
okay.
it's like a place that is very similar to space in a lot of ways. So you can breathe everywhere, as far as you
Sick.
know.
That's terrifying as far as you know.
Do you guys hear that?
No.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Thank fuck. Oh, some of you can.
I heard it just real briefly.
I live a mile and a half from the airport here, and they run
Oh.
fighter pilot drills out of the same airport that they run
Okay.
commercial flights out
Holy
of, and it's
shit.
just like so loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll happen about 3 more times in the next 5 minutes.
At least we know to expect it. All right.
Yep. Okay, so movement, reminder for everybody, because it's been a month. Anywhere that is like a surface, you can walk on it. Terrain rules will apply when they apply, as far as like difficult terrain and like things that are harmful.
I heard that one. I got that one.
Sorry, can't really do anything about it.
You're good. dude.
But everywhere, as far as you know, until something causes an exception, you can just float, and it, like basically fly. And it was 4 times your movement speed.
I have 5 times your intelligence score.
That's it.
That was it.
5 times your intelligence score is how many feet you can fly in a round.
Oh no.
Odysseus the Flash.
Oh wait, it's intelligence, not wisdom. I'm okay.
Yeah.
If it was wisdom, I would be traveling negative feet.
No.
Oh god.
Honestly, if it was wisdom, that would be incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
But tragically, no.
Okay, so
So
that's
just to clarify, the intelligence score is like the big number, not the modifier, right?
correct.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Barely
four,
moving, all right.
4 times that?
5 times.
Okay. 5 times. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah, people be
Okay.
flying.
Mhm.
People be flying.
Okay.
And how does exhaustion change that? Or does
Um,
exhaustion
it
change
Well, you're only
that?
you're only level 1 exhaustion, so that's just ability checks.
Copy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movement doesn't happen until exhaustion
2.
2, and we took that one off of you.
Copy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so we're coming back onto the scene here. We just got up here after clearing out the Grell nest and saving Ikasa here. He's all excited to see Deveris and checking you guys out. But you get up here and he's like ears down, eyes wide open, like aggressively sniffing around the tree's roots, and you can see like this face on the tree is like kind of deadpan, but it is a face in like knots in the bark that make eyes and like a crease that makes a mouth, and you can see it's like eyeballs just like tracing around where this dog is moving and sniffing around.
last question. Did we get the sense that either the dog or Deveris previously to now knew who this tree was?
Yes.
Okay.
Deveris was excited to see it, and the dog actually is Ikasa is like aggressively tail wagging while doing this sniff around routine. It's clear that he's happy to.
Okay.
I'll address this to all three, Deveris, Ikasa, and the tree. I'll say, so I'm not going to ask if there is a problem, but what is the problem that is going on right now for you? I'm just not sure what what can we do to help you now?
Okay. Ikasa and the tree do not respond. Deveris is kind of like watching Ikasa sniffing around. Like imagine a dog owner watching their dog while they're like doing a sniff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like watching intently. Doesn't really look toward you, but says, "Still haven't found my cards partner. Where is she?"
I mean, could you tell us literally any more information about your cards partner?
Like what she looks like, or
She's
Her name,
Um,
who she normally
normal
is.
halfling.
And-
Her name's Polena.
Great. Look at that information.
I'm gonna walk up to the tree and gently touch the trunk and just say, hello, friend. What's your name?
You helped Ikasa.
Yes.
I am Redbud.
Hello, Redbud. Do you happen to know where Deveris's friend, you said Polaris?
Polena?
Polena?
Polena.
Like polenta with no T.
Actually, yes.
Polena is?
You're gonna hear like this deep creaking as Redbud's trunk actually like turns a bit to look at Deveris, and he turns back to you and goes, I know no Polena. Everybody's passive perception.
9.
19.
Also 19.
also 9.
Passive perception?
Yes.
Yeah. 23.
A billion.
It's 24.
Ah, fuck you. You
She
can
sees
double
through
mine.
things.
If you add Kaz and I together, you still don't get to me.
Yeah, we're still not as good. Though.
Yeah. Okay.
I also want to ask the dog if the dog knows about Polena.
So
guess,
here's what
at
happens.
some point.
The tree, Redbud, you know his name now, says no. But while this is happening, Boss Pumpkin and Odysseia, you hear a very faint whisper from the dog's collar saying, "Sad."
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Can I like get down and like that thing when you get down on your knees in front of a dog and you like kind of like do the ears thing and you go like, do you know where Polena is?
He's gonna
Oh,
like
shit.
he's gonna sit down and look at you with like the light panting that dogs do when they're sitting and looking at a person panting at you. And he's gonna like give a whimper with his ears down and then like look behind him just out and he's going to whisper to you, floating. And it's been a while since this has happened. Odysseus, you have acquired Ikasa's secret.
Whoa.
A secret from a
Shit.
puppy.
So all he had to do was look out and say floating. You acquire the secret, so now you just innately have the knowledge that Polena, of her own free will, just started floating out away from here a few weeks ago after they arrived at this wreck, and hasn't been seen since.
Oh my god.
Bananas.
Reminder for anybody watching, there is a mechanic in this adventure called the Power of Secrets. We've gone over, we can go over details again if we need reminders, but the long and short of it is that when certain pieces of information are obtained from people, those secrets can be used in a couple of different ways. So there's a list of secrets that you guys have. I believe this is the third,
because we only got 2 from the first mission.
yeah.
Because one of our friends, one of the people we were trying to get secrets from, potentially died.
She got incinerated.
Yeah, she got deaded.
Yeah.
Because we moved too fast.
Yikes. Oh no.
I wouldn't say it's because you moved too fast. It was more just certain
We were
things happened and certain things didn't happen, and
Yeah.
the if thens fell where they did.
We got undead Deus Ex Machina away from saving her.
Did all 5 of us hear that or receive the whoosh of knowledge about a secret, or is it just Odysseus?
So just Odysseus heard that response, but all of you got have this aha moment of I know this thing suddenly, and it hits you all at the same time.
Cool. And they've said the name Polena, correct?
They did, yes.
All right. Alaska's gonna walk up, or also introduce herself to the situation. Greetings, salutations. My name's Alaska Jade. Question about Polena. Other than being your cards partner, what is her job on the ship?
Tavares is going to speak up. She was with me. We don't have jobs on this ship. We came here for help.
Oh. Okay. We've not heard anything about a captain yet, it sounds like. I feel like everybody keeps talking about the first mate, but nobody said anything about a captain. Do you know anything about the captain?
Oddly enough, I don't.
Do you know what a captain is?
Well, of course.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe there's a different name for it in the space. I don't know.
Redbud's gonna speak up though. Forgive my broken responses to things. I always need to double check who knows what. So many people.
Yeah. Well, especially when a literal mechanic of the game is who knows what piece of information.
Yeah, pretty much.
Over the table, didn't Kaisera, I have in my notes, Hot Orc Lady tells us that Inda is the captain as the second to last note that I took.
No, because
Yes.
Inda is apparently I thought Inda was the first mate.
No, that's part of the mix-up we had.
Okay, so is Inda
No,
the
'cause-
captain
'cause
or the
the
first
first-
mate?
Inda
The
is
first mate was the
captain.
guy whose name starts with F.
Figaro.
Figaro is the
first
captain.
mate.
Okay, so Inda's the captain, Figaro's the first mate?
Yes.
Okay,
And
But we've
Figaro is
heard-
the person who is having a bad time.
and yet we've heard, quote, nothing about the captain.
Except that her name is Inda. Yes.
Great. Okay.
Her name.
Yes.
Literally in my notes it does say Hot Orc Lady, just so everyone knows.
Sure.
So glad y'all are taking notes.
Trying.
Yeah, me having 2 names and titles mixed up from the beginning did not help.
Yeah.
So I apologize again about that.
I have filled this entire notebook, and I'm on a new notebook now.
Hell yeah.
All of it? Oh my goodness.
But you also have like the way that you have noted is you
This is the
you do some
of the
spacey
time
notes.
notes.
Oh dang.
This is not fancy notes. This is during notes.
Well, mine is absolute chicken scratch that makes no sense unless I'm reading it because I know why I have put things in the places that I have.
Excellent.
Yep. Okay.
What was just happening in the conversation? We were asking with the captain, and then the tree said something, and then you were looking for information. You were going to say something from the brain space of the tree about either the captain or Polena.
Yes, Kaisera is going to chime in and say the captain's quarters is near the front. It's actually near the space where your artifact should be as well.
Great.
Although we still need to find that other ward.
What, the other ward? Like another part of the ship?
Mechanical reminder, there were 2, Kaisera has revealed that she helped to design magical wards to shield the room that the artifact is in, and you've found and deactivated
And we did
one.
find the first one because it seemed like her office. I'm now seeing the Indra part of my notes, so yes. Cool. So yeah, we have to find that other one. Yeah, does there... I don't know what questions to ask. I'm still unsure what to do with this whole situation because your dog buddy seems still upset about things, and I think internally she's having a really hard time not being like, oh, your buddy just fucking floated off into space, because she likes telling people, making sure people have information when they need it, and now she's doing a conflict inside of herself.
I lost track of what you said out loud and what was you just thinking out loud.
I said nothing about the secret out loud.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Do I ask more about the captain, or do we pursue Polena?
I mean, what does the tree know? Excuse me, tall Mr. Redbutt, sir. I'm wondering if maybe, how deep do your roots go? Can you sense anything about the ship that might be like ward adjacent? So that we may be able to find it.
You have seen, as far as my roots go, I know nothing beyond this section of the ship, which is now safe. I know not much about Captain Inda, but she is kind to me.
What has she done for you?
Given me a place to live and sights to see.
Good a thing as any, I suppose. What will you do now? Kind of towards all 3 of them. What will you do now, since it seems at least most of you have been able to regroup?
Deveris is going to chime in. What we have been doing, we wait here until somebody figures out what we can do, where we can go.
All right. That's good information to have, I guess. Are there any doors around this like section of Is there, like, other than the section that we're currently floating on with Tree and friends, like, we got here by a portal?
Yep.
Is there another portal to get somewhere else, or is there another area of this to, like, explore? Are there doors or, like, windows or something we can punch through to see what goes next?
So for the section that you're on, between the deck you're on and the deck you were at below,
Mhm.
you have seen all of it.
Great.
There is not a portal. It's still not clear to any of you in character, at least, how the portal happened, but you know
Great.
that it happened when the druid cast a spell, and the
Sure.
portal was a surprise to him.
Sure.
So in order to get other places, just remember that, like, all you see on the map right now is this part of the ship, but you could just, like, walk or float anywhere. So you could find another section of ship and go, we'll go there next, and just float there with your brains, if you don't want to try to figure out how the whole portal thing works.
Yeah. What's the next closest piece of ship that we see that we haven't been to?
That's a good question.
Great, because like straight line is the shortest distance between 2 points. I'd just go to that one next.
Yeah. Okay. You're in the middle section, actually.
Great.
You see
sorry.
one. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I ask Redbud a few more questions?
Oh, sure.
Sorry, Redbud. How long have you been on this ship?
He's gonna like blink a few times and just kind of stare. You are from Toril, yes?
Yes.
You would say over 600 years.
So you've seen a lot of what's happened to what's going on. Yes?
I've seen what's going on in many places at many times.
So, has there been strange occurrences happening in the last few years, or maybe in the last few weeks?
Occurrences of what?
It sounds as though there are crew members forgetting where they are, crew members who don't know where they've been. It sounds like the first mate is not doing well, and we haven't heard much about the captain. So any information that you can give us, I mean, it sounds you seem to have been here quite a while, and
Inda talks with me once in a while, but not much about the crew. Only a little bit about their dealings, where they're going next. Figaro has met me once. He seems kind enough. But I do not interact with much more of the crew beyond that.
and why is that?
Oh, I'm just here in my place enjoying my view, and if someone wants to talk to me, they are welcome to, but I just rhymed totally intentionally.
Nice.
Not
That's sick.
intentionally. Not intentionally is what I meant to say.
It is a beautiful view.
I do not know why we're stuck here or how long it will be.
How long has it been?
Well, at least a few months.
And have you noticed? So no one has visited you beyond the Casa and some of the others. No one from the actual crew has visited you since you've been stuck?
Oh, I'm not stuck. I stay here because I choose to. But otherwise, yes. Inda came by just before the crash. I've not seen her since.
What did you talk about?
Something about the ship's magic being different. She wasn't as much talking to me as I was just here when she was talking here.
Was there anyone she was talking to?
Not that I could see.
Anybody you could sense?
No.
I don't know how trees work, so.
Redbud, do you know where we are right now?
Where we are in the sense of aboard the Lambent Zenith, or where we are in the multiverse? There is a lot of in between there.
More is closer to the surface that the Lambent Zenith has crashed on. Do you know what this body is?
It feels powerful, but otherwise no.
We know that this is the body of an old dead god of chaos.
Ooh.
And I would like to know if you think that maybe the nature of that could have caused magic to behave differently.
Well, I have seen a great many things and a great many people, a great many creatures, but I cannot claim to have such knowledge.
I see.
So beyond the crew and Akasa and Deveris, have there been any others who have visited you?
Yes, since the crash?
Since the crash?
No.
Well, now you can say that you've been met by Bostet Campbell.
Oh, and Alaska
was
Jane,
nice
I
to meet
previously
you.
introduced myself as well.
Bostet Campbell and Alaska Jane. And you. He's just gonna like generally look at the rest of you.
Yeah. We're just the most proud of
Is-
our names, I think, yeah.
It is a pleasure to meet you. You look different from others I've met. He's specifically looking now at Pumpkin. Many of your kind would nest in my branches.
She's like
In my
looking up at the
early
branches,
years.
so tempted.
Maybe he'll jiggle you a leaf.
She like excitedly kind of goes up to Redbud and just holds out her little hands, like, please.
Make a make a persuasion check. This is a little abstract, but persuasion is going to be the best thing I can think of.
Okay. She's just gonna kind of like point to all the weird little trinkets that she has on her belt, as if to be like, I'm a collector. 25.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay.
Nice.
Redbud's gonna have like what would be eyebrows kind of furl a little bit, like he's trying to figure out what you're non-verbally communicating here, and then he goes, and you're gonna see like a little almost vine-like branch come down from way up top toward you,
Delightful.
and like arc up to make a little like almost like a finger pointing up.
That's so cute.
And he's going to say to you, think your happiest thought.
She gives a bit of a ponder for a second, and then clenches her little bird fist and squeezes her eyes shut.
Okay. As Pumpkin is squeezing her eyes shut, the rest of you can see that like the tip of this vine-like branch is glowing, and then you'll see a little sprout of green, and it wiggles a little bit and turns into like a little white petal, and then a second white petal sprouts out, and then a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth, and then in the middle there's going to be a little red, I don't know, parts of a flower very well.
Stamen.
Damon.
Not the stamen, the little like a pad, the pad in the middle of all the
Sure, the little like pollen
petals.
spot.
Yeah, the pollen spot.
Yeah.
Like a little button of red, and it's gonna sprout 4 little what look like stamen, and so he sprouts a little flower for you and pushes it toward you.
For me, sir.
For you.
Oh, well, golly gee. And just like very gently grabs it with her little feather fingers and kind of lets it fall gently into her hand. She just kind of sits there looking at it for a little bit.
So as you're touching it, it's got like a texture that you can't quite at first figure out what it is. It feels like a real flower. With like the slightly waxy, velvety kind of texture that you get on a lot of flower petals. But as you're like touching it and moving it around, like you realize that it's actually kind of tough. Like you could probably just pluck one of those petals off if you really wanted to, but it feels like it's tougher than that. Like it'll stay intact really easily.
Cool.
And you feel that it's got a little bit of like a hint of physical warmth to it. So now among your trinkets, Pumpkin, you have a stone of luck.
Yo.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Except it's a flower, because I said
That's a
so.
flower. I like that.
Cute.
That's amazing. That's so good.
I think what she'll do is she'll like kind of gently tuck it between some tufts of her feathers on her head and find a way to like properly secure it. But she's just gonna be like, "One moment, please," and like pokes around with the stuff on her belt. She's looking to try and trade something. And she finds a it basically looks like a little fossilized acorn from a tree ages ago. It's been around for a long time. It's basically a rock at this point. But yeah, she'll take that and maybe just like find something on the ground to kind of house it in, to just like give it to him.
Okay, yeah, he'll take it with that same like vine-like almost finger thing and like bring it right up to his face and look at it, and then like hang it on one of the little, just like a little offshoot of a tiny branch that's like near his forehead.
Ew. I'm imagining like the the little cap of this acorn being a tiny, tiny little beret for him.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
The tiniest beret on the, biggest
tiniest
tree.
beret.
New
Excellent.
title of the episode: The Tiniest Beret.
Shit.
We found the party name, guys.
There you go.
I like that.
Nice.
And I've been trying to think of a party name and then the name for our fuck off mansion for our Bastion region. And
Yeah.
I've not come up with anything good yet.
The
figure it
tiniest
out.
beret would go hard. It's like a tavern name or something like that.
It
Yes.
would. That's how we're
Yes.
naming when we get when Alaska gets the bar. We're calling it the tiniest beret.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, have it with like a
Alternate-
door that has varying sizes of
Sizes
doors
of
for all
door?
the different
Oh,
creatures that come through
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought we could call it the Hat Man and make it spooky themed.
That's really cute.
The Hat
I love
Man,
that.
and like they just give you Benadryl at the door, so you can see.
Oh yeah, baby.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I'm not
think
running
the
a
tiniest
drug
beret is
den. I'm running a
probably better.
happy, chill place for bar.
Oh man.
I'm running a microbrew. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Redbud, thank you so much for everything that you've done, and all the information that you've given us. If there's anything that you need from us, let us know. But I feel like now is our time to move on and figure out what's actually going on here. And Bost extends out her hand to shake. It was lovely meeting you.
What is this? Looking at your hand.
It's a handshake, sir.
And its purpose is?
Friendship and greeting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like an example? I could help. I'll come over and shake Bost's hand and then just walk away. You're supposed to do that, but with your appendage.
So one of the roots, one of the smaller roots is gonna kind of detach from the ship, and you can hear all the creaking and cracking of, you know, wood bending. And it's going to move toward you and kind of flatten and almost look like it kind of forms some semblance of a hand, and he'll just reach it out toward you.
Yep. And I grab it and I shake his hand and say, "Have a lovely day. I'm sure we'll see you again."
Greetings and thank you, Bastet Campbell.
It was lovely meeting you, Rosebud. Redbud. Redbud.
There you go.
Bud. That's what I meant. That's Citizen Kane on the brain, go, folks.
Yeah. I wish safe travels to all of you.
If you ever find yourself in need of anything or just want to visit in Toro, we're in Neverwinter. You'll probably be able to find us.
That sounds lovely.
All right, folks. Let's, shall we find the captain?
Let's.
Sounds as good as a movie as any. To
Are
the
we
next
leaving
island.
Dog
To the-
and
the next-
Bray here.
What was that?
What was that, Vic?
Are we leaving the dog and the other guy here?
I mean, you can if you choose to. You can, if you want to talk to him more, you can. Deveris has like, since all of this started, and you've been talking with Redbud, he's just kind of plopped down cross-legged and just kind of petting Ikasa and playing with his cards by himself.
I mean, I've been pretty much holding Deveris' hand the whole time, so I'm probably gonna grab his hand again and say, "All right, bud, Let's keep moving.
Move. Okay. Where are we going?
I mean, would you rather stay here and play cards with your dog and your tree friend?
I truly have nothing else to do.
Are you the adventuring type, or would you rather put yourself in a more safe position?
Well, it sounded like you guys wanted help with something. I can try to help. But if you feel okay without my help, I can stay here.
Question for the DM. Everyone has had this kind of just like incredibly blasé attitude about not being able to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Have we tried to lesser restoration anybody?
Not that I recall.
Cool. Pardon me, sir. You seem very would you mind if I like tapped you real quick and just like maybe cleared your head?
Clear my head?
Yeah. Do you feel maybe like stuffed up in the brain, or a little? Let me just bear with me for a second, and I'd like to pop a lesser restoration into him, just fucking to see what happens.
Sorry if we seem a bit forward. The demeanor of many people here is just off-putting to us given the situation. And we're trying to make sure that no nefarious acts are going on.
She'd be like, this will only take a second, and kind of just like hand on his shoulder. Since he's sitting down, she's like as tall as him.
Yeah, so he won't resist.
Okay.
He'll just kind of like look at where you're touching him on the shoulder, and then look at you, and then like look at the rest of you, like almost kind of in anticipation.
Oh, this probably isn't going to help anything.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Bummer. Because he's not blinded, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned.
Did
I guess
you
I probably
mean
would
to
have.
try greater, because we can.
I don't have greater, so I can't.
Let me check my spell slots, and I might be
Yeah,
able to do a
someone
great-
has greater, but we have the dust for it if we want to do another one. But
I do have a spell slot for greater if we want to try that.
I'm down if you
No, I
are.
did that.
It's your spell slot.
Yeah,
But I have the dust.
I also have a ton of sorcery points right now.
Okay,
So,
cool. Yeah, because the first one we did was mixing the dust into a drink into one of Bost's tinctures
Yeah.
this
So
morning.
yeah, I will. Let me double check the
I think it's
the
fifth level.
conversion rate.
Yeah.
To make a 5th level spell slot, I need yeah, I could do that. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll just spend 7 sorcery points. And and we'll do another greater restoration.
Great, and I have the dust, so now we're down to 3 more charges worth of diamond dust.
Okay.
And
Try
I have
that.
some as well.
Oh, you do? Cool. Well, I have 3.
Yeah, that last one, I don't think that last one had enough kick to it, so let's try this one more time. And I'll do the other shoulder.
Yeah. Spit into your hand a little bit, sprinkle the dust in.
Okay. You feel the rush of the magic happening for this spell, and it seems to resolve, but nothing happens.
Bummer. That was a waste.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thank you for letting us try that. Again, if this were to happen in the material plane, we would just expect more panic. So it's strange to us that
Yeah.
there's not as much of that going on here.
I'm sorry that I'm not as helpful as you wished me to be, but I am not part of this crew. We arrived here for help, and it's been, well, nothing since.
What did you need help for again?
Oh, my ship was attacked by pirates.
And Polena was on that ship with you?
She was.
Did she like being on that ship?
Oh, we were humble parts of the mess crew, but yes.
Does she wasn't maybe like religious in any way?
Not that I know of.
And how many people were on your ship?
Oh, at least 30.
And are they all still here, or is it just you three?
I haven't seen anyone else from our crew since we were attacked.
Have you seen your boat?
The lifeboat? Yeah, that's how we got here.
Oh, right.
Or the ship that.
Yeah, your ship.
Oh, the last thing I saw of my ship was it fully exploding in the distance behind us as we got away.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
That was so funny.
And sorry, just like one more question about just trying to get our timeline straight. It feels like we've been sleeping for a month on this situation. How long were you on this ship before the crash to this ship when everything kind of just paused?
This ship has been like this since before I got here.
Oh, so you got to an already exploded or an already crashed ship.
I saw that there were people and they seemed in good health, so yes.
Okay. And then some amount of time after that, you lost your game partner.
Yes.
Okay.
A few days, actually.
Were they maybe talking about did they like give any, did anything change with them? Did they suddenly like swimming into the air? Like desperately, Alaska is like desperately trying to not say the thing.
Right.
But like trying to like maybe lead you to the thing, or like, because I just.
Are you familiar with the concept of a land swimmer?
Oh shit. Well, no, he's gonna. When I'm done laughing, he will respond.
Okay.
She showed interest in joining a new crew and helping with the wreckage here, but then one day she was just gone. I don't know where she is.
Sure. Thank you, and just walks away.
Hold on, checking her first name again because I just forgot it. Also Devaris for the invitation that I had extended. Redbud also goes to you as well. If you ever find yourself in Toril needing help, come find us in Neverwinter. You'll be able to. Not to just leave all suddenly. And then I will also walk away.
Yeah.
That was just a statement, right? I didn't miss a question.
No,
that was just a statement to
I
like
was just
not.
saying, here's my business card.
Oh,
Look me
yeah.
up when you're in town. Yeah.
Don't feel like we're being weird. And then I was weird. I think I would probably walk over to Kaisera to ask her some questions, but I don't want to pull away if anybody else wanted to
Hi,
ask
Sarah.
Devaris question.
Yeah,
Kaisera
she's
is
still
the
with
orc
us.
lady?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Yep. She's still with us.
Yeah, remember that part where I said there were a lot of names?
Yeah.
No, I just fully forgot that there was another fucking person here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're here too.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that? Somebody was doing something?
Yeah, I wanted to go over to her and ask her some things, but I didn't want to. If anybody else had anything to ask Devaris, I didn't want to pull that away just yet.
I just
Got
again,
nothing.
it's up to you. You can absolutely come with us and join on. Hi,
Carla.
hi, baby. Oh, hi. Okay,
Carla.
hi, baby.
Oh.
I have
He said-
texted my husband twice to let him know that she is very antsy right now. You can absolutely come with us and join in our escapade. And Akasa, you are more than welcome too. And we'd love to have you along. It's always fun to have more in our group.
So when you say this, Ikasa is gonna like perk his ears up and like sit and look at Deveris and simply say, "Explore." And Deveris will look to you and say, "It sounds like we're on for an adventure."
Fantastic.
All right, let's do this. Let's pause here, take a super quick break, and we'll get back to Kazan starting to talk with Jesus Christ, Kaisera
Hey, Sarah.
in a few minutes. We'll be right back.
next door neighbor had an estate sale because they perished about a month ago. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
lots of people just taking random bullshit.
I mean, there is the thing too of being like, instead of going out and buying a new item, you can.
Yeah.
Because the problem with this, the thing with estate sales is that at the end of an estate sale, most places just take everything to the dump.
Ooh.
That's why everything's 50 to 80% off on the second day, and you can haggle really easily because they're just trying to get rid of it. Because otherwise, everything goes to the dump.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's really fucked up.
We found an organization for my grandmother that donated everything to like women's shelters or other types of places like that. But what kind of sucked for us in that situation was that they overpriced everything, so they didn't sell much.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
And the problem with donations too is that, are you giving the place more work for things that they're just gonna have to store because they're not actually necessary for it's like the things that are most asked for by shelters are like menstrual products, deodorant, like wipes are really aggressively asked for because access to showers is so limited,
Sure.
kind of thing. And it's kind of this like,
Well,
it's
it
a
was
good thing at the end of the day, but like there's different parts of it too.
well,
We're-
it was
we're
like
back at it, guys.
sorry.
Right.
Yep.
God, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Our next break.
Our next break, yes. Okay, so we're back. Basically wrapped up our conversations with Redbud and Deveris, right? And now Kazan wanted to talk with Kaisera a bit.
Yes. What's she doing? Has she like been paying attention to the conversation, or has she been doing something else while we've been talking to the other three?
She's been just kind of standing there, arms crossed, just taking it in, observing you guys, and not really reacting or interacting at all.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up to her and go. So I also wanted to pose a similar question to you about the way that magic seems to be behaving. Since you made the wards, or at least helped design them, to protect the artifact, how do you think that the nature of where the ship has crashed would have anything to do with how magic behaves here?
I can only assume that the sheer natural raw power that remains on this body is somehow disrupted the navigation capability of the artifact for us. The best way I can assume to describe it would be solar winds disrupting the navigation module as well. Except it was the artifact instead of the navigation.
That I think that makes sense. I'm not as well studied in magic as more as just can do it. So from what little I know, I believe that that makes sense. And then also, and then I'll like get kind of closer to a whisper. Do you know what happened to, looks for name, to Palina?
Polena. It's like polenta with no
excuse
T.
me.
I'm not familiar with this person. In fact, I've not seen these two before either. And she like nods over at Deveris and Ikasa.
You haven't seen them?
No, I can't say that I have. Although I must admit, since the crash, I've basically stayed secluded to the section of the ship that I was with.
I see. Okay. I think that was about it. Do you have an idea of where the next ward will be? Just kind of like looking out into the damage.
She's going to like think for a second, kind of like, wait a minute, and she'll say, I must not have mentioned before. As part of the security protocol, I designed them, but I did not place them. I just happened to recognize when we went through that portal that one was there. We would need Inda for that, or accidentally find the next place.
Have you lost any other crew in the wreckage?
I can't say for sure who is lost. I know that everyone in the section I was in everyone is accounted for, but who's to say who is where as far as the rest of it? And she's just gonna kind of like glance out at the expanse. Because I'm thinking of it now to like describe the scene, and because Alaska was asking earlier about like where to go next. The section that you're in is basically the middle of the big three. Like imagining the length and where the three pieces are. So the part you started on is off in one direction. It seems that this portal brought you to the middle section, and the front is, going the same direction, about 300 feet away.
Well, if you don't know of anyone who's unaccounted for, I think that finding Inda would probably be the best next course of action. If there's no one that needs to be, or that you know of anyone that needs our assistance immediately.
I think that is a sound idea.
Alright, and then that was pretty much all I had for questioning her.
Okay.
That would have been helpful.
Let's go.
So as far as going, what's your guys' ideas, knowing what you know?
I was thinking we probably just head straight to the last bit, or like the last section of the three, because that's where Inda was stuck, or has like just chosen to remain secluded at.
Okay. Sounds like Viveris and Ikasa are going to come with you.
Cool.
All right, and it sounds like you're just going to float there then, huh?
Yeah.
I don't have any like extra ways to get there.
Okay. 1 second. There it is. Anybody roll a d12, please.
Ooh.
Someone else do it.
Beep. 4.
That is a number.
Okay. I gotta make sure I'm putting you on the right spot.
There's a sun dragon waiting for you on this.
I
next
mean,
one,
not
right?
know.
There it is. Okay.
I gotta zoom all the way out so I know where we end up.
Oh,
Right.
sorry. I gotta check something here.
I would say as we're floating through space in a general direction, Alaska would like float over to Odysseia and Kazan and be like, okay, but I feel really, really bad that we know, but in not so uncertain terms, what happened to Poleno without actually being able to pass that information along. It's literally eating my body alive.
Yeah. I
have a lot of willpower, but I don't have a lot of willpower to keep very important secrets from people's friends.
Yeah, I suppose that if, like, we don't necessarily need to keep this secret, as it's more directly important to those three.
I wonder if the sensation that is subduing them all will be broken if we find the piece of the rod, or will it ever be broken on them?
I don't know if there's
Because I wonder if telling them would break them out of this malaise that they're in.
I'm not. If they are in a malaise that is like magical in nature, I think that is a solid start. I'm just not sure where, like, if it's magical or if these people are just content with their situation.
Just the most blasé.
Yeah. Just so chill with what's going on.
I think Odysseus is gonna message Pumpkin and say, is this a secret that is worth keeping beyond the closure of telling these people what happened to their friend? And since it's message, you can respond.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it would benefit them to have that closure and to know fully? Or would it be misinterpreted?
I don't know. I guess
Sorry, continue.
here's a sort of just an over the question table to the DM about the nature of secrets. By the puppy telling us floating, does the puppy now no longer remember what happened? Because that was what we had previously, was like people would say something. So the puppy now has no memory of Polema floating away.
You can assume that based on how this has worked before.
Okay. Okay.
And then follow-up question to that, if we then pass the secret along, like, yes, mechanically it gives us a boon, but then would Deveris have that information, or would everybody lose that information?
So there's essentially two things you could do.
Right.
Other than keeping it for yourselves.
Right.
If you tell someone the secret, then the knowledge is not lost. Everybody still remembers what the information was, but it no longer holds the magical power of being a secret.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
To me, that's fine.
Yeah, the other thing you can do is basically will it into existence, like relinquish the secret, the power of the secret,
right,
just into the ether, and that's what gives you the boon. And then
So we can-
you lose the information.
Sure. So we basically, like, we can either use the information or the mechanical advantage.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
And then my follow-up
Neat.
question for the team is Bost, like, how close is Bost in our floating to our next location to Ikasa and Deveris? Are you, like, holding hands, being closest around them? Because I would like to pass this information along to you of our discussion, but if you're right next to him, then I would do a different thing. like basically I Alaska am not trying to keep you out of all of us having a discussion, but I don't want it to look like we're keeping you out of the discussion.
Odysseus can message Bast.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Then never mind.
I think Bast, you're going to get a message that like squirms into your head that says Alaska wants to tell them about Polema. What do you think?
Boss is just gonna say yes.
Good.
Okay. So for the D12 that was rolled, I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Intelligence wisdom saving throw?
A wisdom, intelligence, wisdom. No, it's just
Great.
wisdom. Just wisdom.
Oh, cool.
Wisdom saving throw.
A pancake
if-
high five saving throw.
If you are within 10 feet of Alaska, don't know how we would decide that. You would add 4 to this.
I think
Is
it's
this-
fair.
The three
to-
of us at least. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Just
this
everybody.
involving the charmed condition at all?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is this considered magic?
28.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay.
Ah.
It was not the most difficult of saves. Everybody is good. But here's what happens.
Here with our 2
Um,
9s.
So as you all just start floating off through what looks and feels basically like space onto the next part, you all kind of take in for a minute the vastness and expanse of the just void that's around you, and it feels kind of overwhelming for a moment, but then you're all able to, in your own ways, just kind of like get past that, take it in, and it ends up becoming more of probably an appreciation for the beauty and expanse over here instead of becoming afraid.
If you were within, even if you were, I can't be afraid.
Yes.
Just saying.
Me neither.
Oh, great.
So- and if you're within 10 feet of me, you also still can't be afraid.
All right, that worked out
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. We are on. You're on the. There was like a hole. I should say that you had a choice since you were floating. The part of the ship that you're traveling to, actually, is it depicted well in this? Let's see. It is. Let's look at this for a moment. Zoom in on this. If you click on it, it'll zoom in. We're looking at the piece of the ship that's at the highest part in the image. You can see that like it's like embedded in the flesh with that bright white and pink spot up there. And there's 2 levels. You can choose to go into the lower level or on top. Which would you guys prefer?
Let's start on the top and then work our way down.
I think so.
That sounds good.
Where is our beefy guide?
The hot orc.
Oh,
Goes
I
Yeah.
forgot her.
She failed the saving throw.
Oh no.
No, yeah, okay.
When we land, can we kind of gather the druid and the puppy?
Yeah.
And we've all agreed, right? Like via message, we've agreed
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I have a disguise kit. I want to pull a very big red ribbon out of it, and I want to put a big bow on the dog's collar, like it's a perfect present bow because he's perfect. And in telling him that he's a good boy, and I assume, Alaska, that we could kind of tag team this as be like, we have something about your friend that you need to know.
Yes.
Oh, you know where she is?
Yes, we got a hint from your kind of a feeling from your little buddy down here, as though she, of her own free will, just started floating away.
Floating away, like just out.
Out.
Away.
Ha! I can't believe her. Well, I hope I see her again someday, but she did always say she wanted to explore the stars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That took a turn you didn't expect.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you are super. You are handling this incredibly well. I appreciate you and your candor, sir.
What is everybody's passive insight?
Haha, that one's higher for me.
18.
13.
It's not. It's 9.
Mine's 20.
Okay.
24.
Amazing.
Kazan?
Yeah, 13.
Okay. So anybody 12 and higher, sorry, Alaska,
Hell yeah.
No.
would, without, trying to get a read on him, would understand that he's got mixed feelings. Like he seems a little bummed that like she's confirmed just gone. But he is like he's genuine about what he just said, that like, oh, that fucker, she just went and did the thing.
Fair.
Okay, so you are now here, and this is there's really nothing special about this. It's just the top. Probably the most notable thing that you can see, basically in the space that the ship is embedded into, is like there's the occasional glow coming from the what you understand to be like flesh of the surface of the god that you are embedded into, and very, very subtly with each glow flash is a thump, and this only happens once every like 30 seconds. And in front of you, going forward, is 2 stairwells going down.
Is the god flesh close enough that it's like touchable?
Yeah.
Are you gonna touch it?
You'd have to go down the steps to get there. The
She
map
can
is a little
fly.
weird for this. It's cut off here, but you can like see down onto the part of the level below this, and like that is where this section is like embedded into the flesh.
Then yes.
Okay, so you're going down there.
It's like, yeah, where are you moving to? Because if you're gonna touch the flesh, Alaska's gonna be within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, I'll follow you down to.
Okay, let's put it this way: is anybody not going?
Touch the flesh.
Because not everybody has to go. I just want to make sure everybody's doing what they want.
Before Bast goes, can I do something kind of weird?
Yeah.
Can I try to sleight of hand my flywheel into one of her pockets?
Ooh.
Sure.
14.
Boss, what's your passive perception again?
19.
Yeah, so Odysseia kind of bumps your hand, looking like she's trying to reach toward you.
You're trying to touch my butt?
I'm just gonna open my hand, and in it is a shimmering golden gear that is the luck stone that the Toad Man gave me. And I want you to take it.
Oh, right. The Toad Man with the like deep Russian accent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun one.
I loved him so much.
I'm so sad that he's gone.
So she tried to drop it in your pocket and it didn't work, and Odysseus is just, I need you to take this today.
All right, but what do I need luck for? And she
You
puts it in her pocket.
seem a little tired. It's a +1 to all ability and saving checks and saving throws. I need you to take it today.
All right. Well, thank you.
I do want it back. She's not good at people. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Odysseus is gonna move to the other side of the
I
ship now.
well,
and look
hold
out.
hold on. I guess fair is fair. You can hold on to my children's trophy for me momentarily.
She takes the rat skull, and immediately there's just glitter everywhere, and just kind of like,
Gross.
thank you.
Go on. Put it in your pocket with everything else.
Just wraps it in some fabric and puts it in a pocket, just like, okay,
You treat that very well, though.
I will, of course.
That means the world to me.
Just try scraping glitter off her hands.
No one here has prestidigitation to get
I
all
was
to get all that
just-
fucking glitter off of you.
I
Here's the
was
thing,
I
she
do.
does have prestidigitation, she doesn't think about it. She's
Fair.
using her nail.
I do.
Honestly, I like the idea that like the glitter is prestidigitation resistant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Honestly, I think that's true. That's canon.
Whoever made the cantrip didn't think of glitter as soiling something. It's
Right.
just...
So I've got a luck stone on me right now.
Yep, it doesn't
Yes.
need attunement. You get +1 to
Excuse me.
any ability check or saving throw.
Uh,
Because I believe you are rolling those at disadvantage at this moment.
Ability checks, yes.
Ability
Saving
checks,
throws,
yes.
no. Saving
Okay,
throws is until
go.
level 3, which is when it gets fucking bad.
Oof.
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay. So at least I think I heard Bust, Kazan, Alaska are going down.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, sure, why not? There's everybody.
Let's
another
touch some
random.
god flesh.
Yeah.
That should be our name.
Odysseus
It's
is
just Godflesh.
staying.
God flesh?
Orc.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know how to get myself down the stairs. I
gotcha.
might have picked the wrong stairs. Okay.
Whoop. There we go.
Oh, there we go. I'm here now.
I'm looking over the ship's railing.
So Odysseus, you can see this happening. It's just a little
Cool.
funky because of the way this is split up on the page.
Totally.
So they've just gone down the stairs to. So there's more of that deck below you. But what
Okay.
you can see that's exposed is this this massive, like, it's not as bright red as it is on the map here, but it's more of like a grayish red pink.
Can I see them if I go below decks, but I'm still standing on the deck? She just doesn't want to touch the goo.
Oh yeah.
Very specifically.
Can you just be like on the on the stairs?
Yeah, she's on
like,
the wood part. She's staying on the wood bit.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a heart.
Yeah. Essentially. So go down here. The others joining, kind of keeping to themselves as well. But things. You touch this, what feels like semi-petrified flesh.
I wasn't planning on necessarily touching it.
I heard the word touch.
Well, no. So other people said touch.
Okay.
To be fair, I was the one who said let's touch some.
Oh, okay.
some
Yeah.
god flesh.
My
Okay,
bad.
let's touch the god flesh.
So I was planning on taking my rapier,
Oh, okay.
and first poking it with my rapier
Okay.
and seeing if there was any sort of like blood or like blood-like substance that came out.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
So is there anything that comes out when I give it a little nick?
So this is one of our things where I'm gonna keep some things a little bit vague because of squeamishness.
Oh, that's not. I
So-
wasn't squeamish about that. I was trying to see if I could squeeze in a cast of protection from good and evil on you.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Before you touch it, I'm just like, and I'm casting protection from evil and good on you. If it's an aberration, a celestial, an elemental, a fae, fiend, or undead, then they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. That's all.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna do to you, but I don't want you to die from poking at the god flesh.
I need you to flip a coin, or in other words, roll a d2.
Okay.
Oh no. All right, I'm concentrating now, and that's from this first level.
Oh. How do I can't roll a d2 on
If you're in roll 20 and you click on the dice. Oh, they don't have a D2.
No, they don't have a
If you
d2 in
do,
roll
You
20.
can just slash roll d2.
Ugh, I'm so bad at that.
That's okay.
Okay. Slash roll d2. Nope.
I guess
What
you
did I
could
do
the
wrong?
Is it the backward
Odd
slash?
evens on a dice, maybe?
Did I need to put any spaces in there?
Yes.
After the last L?
Roll
Roll space D2.
space
Yes.
d2. See this? I told you I'm bad at this.
That's okay.
Rolling the dice.
There it is.
1.
Okay. So you go to poke this, and it's tough but kind of spongy. So it's not quite as easy as like if you were to poke raw flesh, you would at least get some depth of a stab. This almost like you almost hear a little bit of a, not like metal hitting metal, but more like if you were to poke a piece of wood, like just kind of a thud. And if you would put just a little bit more pressure into it to actually break the flesh, you would be able to. And then you take your rapier back out, and it's like the wound is there. Nothing like comes out of it. It's not oozing.
Okay. So the second part of this is that I actually wanted to take like a slice.
Ooh,
Like get a chunk of it.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I'd like to sort of slice away at a piece of it.
Okay. That would be easy enough. No check or save or anything necessary. It's the feel of it is exactly as I described. It's going to be like tougher than a well done steak, but you're able to manage it.
Gross.
Hmm.
Don't like that at all.
And when I pull it away, what's like on the underside? Does it look exactly the same as on the surface, or is it
It's
like-
I mean it's ever so slightly more like fresh looking. I mean, you quite literally cut an outer piece of meat off of it. So imagine if you were to have like a piece of meat that was just sitting on the counter for a while, and you cut a slice off of it. What's inside would be like slightly more red instead of gray. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is a skin and then there's like raw flesh inside. It's like this is fully raw.
Yes.
Okay. So now I am gonna touch it. I'm going to go, like, I'm gonna sort of take that flap that I cut off and poke into that area that I just
revealed.
cut. Yeah.
Okay. It's going to feel exactly the same, and still like nothing happens.
Okay. Is it bad that I want to eat it?
Yes.
I was also thinking, what if we ate it?
No.
Yeah, it's bad that I do want to eat it though.
Are you saying that out loud or just thinking that quietly to yourself?
I mean,
Are you doing the cat thing where you have your like mouth open? You're like,
is Boss smart enough to know that you shouldn't eat things?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yes, absolutely.
You can roll for it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Even Alaska knows you don't eat the god flesh.
You hush your mouth.
I think that would be.
We
a
need to
thing they
stop
would-
metagaming, folks.
Good call. Yes.
No, I'm just having a moment of like, would Boss, like, in an investigation moment, right, go, okay, I've cut this open, like, it is just meat, right? Like, this is just fucking flesh.
Do I lick it?
Yeah, like, do I smell it? I've touched it, nothing happened. Right.
I just love that eating it is the next idea because, like, never
Like,
would it have crossed
you
my mind. Yeah,
Put
let's
it
eat
in
the
my
god
face
flesh.
hole.
Yeah, let's use all of our 5 senses to figure out.
Hello.
Just slap it.
She's already exhausted.
Sounds weird. Okay.
as this is all happening, can I do a perception check just like of the flesh?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm watching Bost do this. Wow, I rolled a 2, which is a 15. So no,
Damn.
I guess.
I mean, don't forget, difficulty of things being done doesn't necessarily scale with you leveling. The purpose of having such good stats is like, even if you roll poorly, some stuff is just gonna come very easily.
You're just gonna see, yeah.
Yeah. So no worries with the low numbers. That's what the big modifiers are for. You can see easily that it's like flesh, but it's ancient. You might be kind of surprised that it's not like fully rotting or rotted. But
Okay.
you're kind of wrestling between that and, oh yeah, it's like a literal god. So just by way of divine magic, you could reason out that it's preserved just by the raw power of that magic. The one thing you do notice that only Bost would also notice, because you're literally holding this thing in your hand, like trying to figure out what you want to do next. All of you see the big flesh wall in front of you like shift like just a few inches and then back, and you hear this thunk, and the flesh flashes like it's very subtle, like pinkish flash. Bost, in the moment that happened, the piece in your hand flexed and glowed at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do a weird thing.
Yeah, because eating it was
things.
super normal.
Hey now. Hey now.
I will say I do respect it.
No, I respect it. I
In
just-
real Victoria life, I am very much put it
Did I
in
put
your
my mouth on the
man.
thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to detect thoughts.
Yo.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's fun.
Ooh.
I mean, we have to
Um,
stick the cast commune if we need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to detect thoughts.
Let's go.
I-
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh,
So,
right.
yeah. It needs to make a wisdom save.
Is this the god flesh that needs to make a
Yes.
wisdom save?
Yes.
Cool. A dying god. Go ahead and show us your wisdom, my dude.
The spell actually fizzles and does nothing. You can tell that there was no save to be made in the first place.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Interesting.
Boo. All right.
Okay.
I tried.
I'm gonna do something a little weird.
Let's go.
I love it.
Weird.
I love it.
Hey, did you guys see Godflesh at the Rebar last night?
New band
I'm gonna
name.
put.
Flies
I'm
to Beyond
gonna,
Coruscant. Anyway.
I'm gonna put my hand on the heart. Just fully hand on the heart and go. Havoc, you know we're here, don't you?
Hey.
For some reason, poking the bear doesn't seem to do that justice.
It's a really big bear, guys.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. I pull my hand away and look to see if there's any like residue, to put it lightly.
There is not. It's a very dry, like, think if like cement could be spongy. That's what this feels
Okay.
like, and it's like dry and rough, but still spongy, and nothing comes off onto your hand.
Okay. I don't know if he can't respond or if he's choosing not to.
Well, let's fucking try this. Alaska's gonna send out one of her divine senses. So cast divine sense, which will I'll sense, I guess, celestials, fiends, undead, or anything affected by the hallowed spell. So I wonder if it like rings anything. Like we know it's a celestial, but like, does it only work on living celestials?
I'm gonna need you to make an insight check.
Oh, I get advantage on that. It's not gonna matter. Roll. 17.
Okay. Your divine sense does ping like the wall in front of you and seemingly everything around you that's not the ship.
Sure.
It would resonate with the fact that you understand this is Havoc, the body of Havoc, the god.
Sure.
Your insight check is successful in determining that the amount of divine, if you could quantify it,
Sure.
is extremely low and dwindling fast. Like there's, and fast should be taken with a grain of salt because it's not like he's quickly approaching death. It's more like this body is decaying.
Yeah.
The divine nature of it will be quantified at 0 when the body is done decaying, but this body has been decaying for thousands of years and probably will remain so for thousands more.
Sure.
I'll also add this for your 17. You do get the sense that like there is no consciousness to this body.
Sure.
It is truly just like whatever pieces of the machine that could live independently of a brain, like this heart periodically beating.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
like, for all intents and purposes, dead. Just kind of like random shit happening now.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In the flying around that we have done of this body, have we seen a mouth?
No.
Okay. Good to know.
But I mean,
You want to go into the Tum Tum as Frizzle style, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Cloud
thing.
magic school
Can you
bus.
can you cast Speak with Dead on a dead god? Only if it has a mouth,
I mean, fair.
potentially.
But
Shit.
this body is hundreds of miles. Like you literally really. It's almost like the curvature of the Earth. Like you can only see so far.
Yeah.
But you know
Be
more is
difficult
there.
to chat with.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, that's disgusting.
So I think all eyes are on Bost.
Mhm.
All right, I take the piece that I cut off of the heart and I cast mending and I put it back.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm like,
And
am
I
I about
give
to
it-
swat a piece of meat out of your hand? Like, grab it from your mouth?
No.
And I give it a
With
little
my
tap.
cat. Everything.
Okay. So you'll see a little like white light shimmer out of the spot that you place it back and cast mending, and it's looks like you never did anything with it at all.
Okay. Well, that was less exciting than I wanted it to be. So, shall we go see the captain?
As Bost is asking that question,
no.
Odysseus, you're gonna hear like muffled from just below you and to your left. You're gonna hear, "Oh, piss off!"
Ooh! Does it sound like a woman said that?
Yes.
Down and to the left, like in the heart area?
No, like right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh, right, for you down to the left. Yeah. So, like, through that door.
And to clarify, it didn't sound like it was in response to what Bost is saying. It was kind of like it happened at the same time that Bost was like, "Well, all right, what's next?"
Sure.
I think the captain is below us.
I haven't heard her say anything in. Oh, no. And she's gonna
She sounds annoyed.
no the orc.
Something sounds
Fuck,
annoyed.
what's her name?
Nope.
Carissa.
Kaisera?
Kaisera.
Kaisera.
Sarah.
Carissa?
Man, I do this. I'm bad with names in real life, therefore it makes it hard for me in D&D as well. Like even just seeing the list of names in the pictures a few times, like I gotta say it 50 times
Yeah.
to remember
Mhm.
it. Andrea can attest.
Yes.
So Kaisera is like, I haven't heard her speak in forever, and then she has this moment where like something seems to wash over her, and she like shakes it off and goes, "Wait, no, I haven't seen her since the crash," and she'll just knock on the door.
Do we notice
Hey.
this like inconsistency?
That is very easy for all of you to see.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. And I'll like put my hand up before she like knocks on the door. What was that? did you notice what just happened, or was that one fluid thought for you?
What just happened? No, I just forgot.
Insight check. Oh yeah, advantage on insights. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, we're so back. 21.
21. She seems to genuinely not really understand what you mean.
Okay. You just said that you haven't seen her or you haven't heard her speak. And then you never finished that thought. Then you switched to you haven't seen her.
Did I? Well, I mean, it's true that I haven't seen her. But if she's here, and I was always at my part of the ship.
Have you? How do I ask this question in like a way that could like break something, like some magical force? Oh. What if I like gaslit her into like breaking magic?
That's such a you thing.
That's
That's so messy.
That seems
so
like a
bad.
very Kazan thing to do.
I
Yeah.
was like, that's so horrible, but it would be so in character.
I'll say this: I am happy to roleplay being gaslit. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay, is everybody else okay with that?
I don't know that Alaska will clock what's happening.
Sure. Over the table, is everybody
Yeah.
else okay with that?
Yeah, is everybody else okay?
Okay.
Solid.
Sweet.
Sure.
I'm fascinated to see how this is gonna work.
Sure.
How about that?
Okay. Oh no. Okay. So I'll go. But you had said that. You said that she was here pretty much since the crash happened, right? She's been here ever since the ship crashed.
I can only assume so. I know that I am not the only part of the crew that has not wanted to move away from where we ended up.
But you... How... So now you only assume, you don't know for sure that she's been here.
Yes.
Well, that feels like an inconsistency in your story.
My story is I'm not sure what you mean. My story is I've been entirely truthful to you.
I'm not so sure of that. It feels like you just said that you haven't heard her speak, as if that was a separate thought from not having seen her since the crash happened.
This is don't read into this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a thing happening. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay. 18.
She is going to like try to take in what you are saying and looks visibly very confused and genuinely confused, and then she's gonna have this like wince for a moment, like you ever have like an extremely sharp pain
Sharp
like,
pain
right
in
your
the top of your
temple?
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like immediately like that happens. And she just kind of like rubs her head and goes, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. What are you trying to figure out?
I'm sorry in advance. That's not normal. You Oh, I feel
Tell me
so
you
bad.
don't
This is so
actually
fun.
gaslight people without telling me you don't actually gaslight people in real life.
I'm so.
Yeah, seriously, sorry, but like,
No, that's
This
good though.
ain't
That's
it.
great.
Oh my god.
Good to know that you're the worst gaslighter.
Yeah, and you know for sure immediately. No. You felt that pain. That's.
Yeah. Did
Do you think that
see,
could?
see that? You know what that was?
I know that it's not. That I'm seeing something and it feels like you're having a reaction. You know that what I'm saying is true.
I know I had a pain, yes, but I don't know why.
I think that something is going wrong. I don't know if
With
it's
me?
with the situation. I think that there is something preventing you from having full access to your thoughts.
That's a terrifying and maddening thought. Can you find out for sure? Can you fix it?
Checking my spell list real quick to see if I have like detect thoughts or
You got greater restoration.
I do have greater
I
restoration.
mean, wait, I have detect thoughts. I just tried it.
Oh yeah. Is that
So-
still going?
Wait,
Detect thoughts. It should be
I
like a
tried-
10-minute spell.
I tried detect thoughts on the heart.
Right.
Yes.
But it
Mhm.
gives
Can
you just
I-
an area that it just you detect any thoughts in that area.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a
Wait a
targeted
minute.
thing.
Oh, I thought it was a targeted thing. One second.
It's both because it's like you could hear. It's kind of like a if there are thoughts around you, you can kind of figure them out because you can move it between people to get surface thoughts, and then you can also make the saving throw to like actually hear what they're thinking. But I believe it is an area of effect for an amount of time.
Yeah, it's concentration for a minute.
For a minute, yeah.
And yes, okay. Thoughts of certain creatures.
I could.
Okay. You can change it from creature to creature, but you can only hear one creature's thoughts at a time.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll try again.
Okay, so we'll say that if we can say that you maintained that concentration, but you're only going to catch this one little tidbit because it's only a minute spell.
Sure.
And then you're welcome to recast it again after this if you want.
Sure.
At the moment that she had that little wince, you would recognize at the surface that she was thinking back to like a point in time that it was strange she hadn't seen or heard from the captain yet. And then that moment of pain happened, and it's like a page of a book flipped and she started in a completely different paragraph instead of reading the same one.
Sure.
And she goes to I wonder why I haven't seen the captain yet.
All right. I mean, if you'll allow me, I can try to go deeper into your thoughts rather than just your surface thoughts. But I need your permission for that. Or if I don't have permission, I don't enjoy forcing myself onto that. but I can if I must.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts again. And
so there will be no save because the target is allowing it to happen.
Nice.
You're gonna get like kind of like a reel
mhm.
that just plays. It plays from basically like waking into consciousness after a crash, and she's like surprisingly only like bumped and bruised, not seriously hurt. She goes around to the like 2 or 3 rooms of the part of the ship that is intact that she's on, checks on about, it finds and checks on about 8 other people of like various species and races, and like everybody seems to be okay. There are notably like no bodies. There's nobody visible that has died from the crash, at least like in the area that she's checking out. And then at one point she sees Ilrin, the hippopotamus head guy, and has a moment of, who are you? And he like mumbles something that she can't hear, and she immediately goes, "Oh, Ilrin, it's good that you're here. Are you okay?" And then anything after that is like just a repeated loop of in the kitchen making food, serving people. In the kitchen making food, serving people. Never sleeping, never eating. Just in the kitchen making food, serving people.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, now I feel like a dick for gaslighting.
Oh dear. All right. I'm gonna go up and give her a hug really quick. May I hug you?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah. Yes. I just want to give you a hug.
Thanks.
You're a very good hugger.
Let's note that there is a small cat person hugging a not large, but like on the high end of medium-sized half-orc lady.
Yep.
Like big and bulky.
All right. Can you give me just a moment, dear, with my friends? And actually, how long has it been? Has it been like the
All
whole
of that,
minute or?
I'm gonna say maybe half of it, so you've got a good 30 seconds or so.
Okay. Tavares, do you mind if I look in as well for you?
Sure.
And I'm gonna go deeper into Tavares as well.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check.
Perception check.
Check, yes.
You are down here.
And does the luck stone apply to that too?
Don't remember.
It should.
14. I mean, all of my numbers have gone up, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's in your inventory, then it'll automatically apply.
Yeah.
Not to be a butt guy, but because it's an ability check, you have to make it a disadvantage because if you are.
Yes, because of the exhaustion.
True.
Ah. Okay.
Higher than 14.
As she's doing this,
Hey.
can I cast guidance on her?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll it, and then roll a d4.
Okay.
So we're adding a d4 to that 14.
So 15.
Something.
50.
Yeah, more than 14.
Okay. His thoughts linger on basically, man, who am I going to play cards with now? And generally, like, these people are very interesting. But I want to get back to my spot. I hope the crew gets help at some point. And just kind of cycling generally through those kinds of thoughts. You notice that there is no thought at all, even subtly, about wanting to rest, wanting to sleep, or wanting to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems odd to you.
Okay. All right. Would you all mind if I pulled my group to the side momentarily and had a little chat with them?
You're saying that to Kaisera?
To Kaisera and to Varys.
Sure. If you think it's helpful.
Thank you. And then I relay all of that information to the group. So no one is hungry, no one is sleeping, and the hippo is a problem.
Sounds like we should
Do we know
Give
where
this-
he went? Over the table. Do we know where he went? He left us.
I think he was just on the first deck for a while. Like, I don't think he left.
How much of a problem is he?
Well, from what we saw, they had no idea who he was. And then, magically, they did. And now he is one of their leaders. And for some reason, like I said, no one has any interest in eating, sleeping, or anything that most people need to survive. And somehow they're going through this round and round again every day. And I believe he's the one causing this malaise.
Then I think we should give this floating corpse a friend.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No. I have. Okay. Odysseia, you're going to hear like two metallic clicks from the door that's right behind Kaisera.
Okay.
And immediately following that, you're going to hear a muffled, "Off to the depths of all the hills that ever existed, pirate scum!" And boom, the door gets kicked open
From the inside?
from the inside
Great.
to reveal this person.
Looks hot.
Humana.
Shot.
Oh no, she's
Oh, no.
Holding-
So
We're gonna have to be
hot.
holding.
Christ.
We're gonna be holding Odysseia back. Are you kidding?
they have a prosthetic, robot
She-
prosthetic leg.
she-
That's so cool.
Yep, she
Dude.
bashes this door open, and you can see, like, outstretched from the resulting carnage of the door just shattering, basically, is this, like, metal and leather prosthetic leg that, like,
Oh.
then quickly goes down, and, like, the most... I don't know how to describe it other than to say the most ornately pirate-looking crossbow that you can imagine is
Hell yeah.
pointed right at you guys. And then she, like, immediately reels back and looks wide-eyed at Kaisera. "You're alive?
Oh.
Who are you?" At the rest of you.
I'll motion for Alaska.
Greetings, salutations. My name is Alaska Jane. We
Elevator pitch much?
we are
We need our hype person.
the anti-high type person. We are here to rescue you.
Kaisera is gonna be a part of that and just frantically like, "Captain, yes, I'm alive. I'm okay. Many of us are. They're with us. They're helping."
We're starting to think that there's a gentleman on your ship, a second mate Elrin, who seems to be a problem.
A second, what? Who?
That's what we thought.
I will repeat myself. Second mate Ilrin, I do believe is what I said. And
There's
it
no
sounds like
Ilrin under my employ.
well, you should tell him that.
He's a hippo. He's full of shit, and he's started to get. He's gotten your crew, and all of it's hizzy.
There's
Let's
no
go.
end to these blasted infernal creatures. How good are you with your hands?
Wait.
Very.
In what way?
And she's gonna like flourishly gesture for you to come in. You'll notice when she turns around and starts walking that she has one huge feathered wing.
Dope.
Oh my god.
I love her.
And there's like a bump on her back running like the length of what a shoulder blade would be essentially. Literally where another wing would be on the same side as her prosthetic leg.
That's so cool.
I would do anything for her.
I would die for her.
Yeah.
I would marry her.
She's so cool.
Yeah. Do we need to tell Sarah's coworker to stop making all the characters so hot?
Right?
Honestly,
God.
maybe. It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Is she an Asimar? This is like in-game
That
question.
was my
as well.
question as
She
well.
is make a history check.
Could I have advantage because I'm also theoretically also an Asimar?
I'm making the DC different for individual people based on your backgrounds.
Cool. All right.
So yeah, everybody make a history check.
Everybody.
Used to be.
15.
My god.
Ha!
14.
Womp.
A number.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yep.
Um,
Amazing.
Bast,
Fuck yes.
you've like heard of creatures that kind of look like this before, but you can't really put a finger on exactly which one. Everybody else would know that this is a deva.
Oh shit. That's a lot scarier.
A what?
A deva
Pirate.
is essentially a mortal angel.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
One of several varieties of a mortal angel.
We're just all like immediately simping for her.
The first time Kazan has ever felt an attraction to anybody.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
Pumpkin's like holding out one of her wings to see if she can like kind of get it to match the cool angle that hers is. She's like,
Okay, so who said they were good with their hands?
Yeah.
Last
The two of you?
and bust.
Okay, so I'm gonna have at least the two of you follow her into this room.
All right.
Done.
I will follow her anywhere.
I will also follow.
Literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, I
closed
like the
door
idea
there.
that Alaska has like literally 0 game and also does not look for anywhere to put that game, and so it's just like, yeah, I'm great with my hands. What? Anyone need help
Yeah.
with?
Also me. Also me.
Hands, I have 2.
Okay, so you go into this room that like there's a mast from the middle of the ship that's like collapsed part of this room. It's just lying there with scraps of a mast just kind of floating about. And she seems entirely unbothered by this. She's very focused on this table that you are standing on, Boss. I'm going to move you back one step. There's this table here, and above it is this like maybe bowling ball size, just idly spinning ball. And the rest of this table is sprawled with like pieces of metal and leather and like shapes that you don't even recognize. Oh, actually, I need you to make a different history check, Bost.
Great. What's it about? Oh, lost.
The deflation is so sad. Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna say in your past any kind of adventuring or maybe school or something like that you've done work with Nathan. It's Nathan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He has told you about his experiences with a sect of wizards that call themselves artificers, and their what he calls machinations. They can create machines, and that's a word that you wouldn't have heard, before that point. And his description of them included like taking materials and fashioning them together to create an item that is like has mechanical purpose. And until that point, he wouldn't have known anything beyond like what the purpose of a wheel on a cart is. Like this is so far beyond that. And this matches that kind of description. Like over the table, you'll see things that look like nuts and bolts, and the occasional screw and a leather fastener, but you have no idea what these things are in character, like what they're called. But you can put that together as in like, either this is an artificer or an artificer type person created this, like machine-like wing that is sprawled on the table.
Oh, that's
Okay.
dope.
That's so cool.
My practices are more in the philosophical areas of things. I have no idea how to fix this. I've been tooling over it forever. Desperate for help. Could you please?
I might be of some assistance.
I could also be of assistance. I say that as someone with a tinkerer's tool check and the ability to be proficient in them.
I also have a
Also.
tinker. I'm also a tinker, and I have artificer's lore, which
Fuck yes, do it.
yeah.
That's all Alaska.
Okay, so your lore gives you information about it, right?
Right, but I
you read
also
that
have-
off?
So yeah, information is that I add twice my proficiency bonus to history checks relating to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices.
Okay.
Which we already know what it is, and I feel like if Boss is rolling a 21 to figure it out, then I'm sure there's
but
Yeah.
I mean, did I roll a 21?
I mean, technically you rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm not going to take it back.
Yeah,
that's,
can we
my-
just-
that's my
we can
bad
just say
for
Alaska
not
had that
remembering.
information.
That's
Yeah,
my
I
bad
was
for
like-
not remembering. So don't,
I was
don't
like,
worry about it.
I got all that from a 6? Wow.
No,
Cool,
that's-
okay.
That's my mistake for not remembering. You had disadvantage, and I just word vomited when I saw the 21. So
It was all good.
I mean-
that's yours.
I am
Sorry.
proficient with Tinker's tools, though. Also.
Okay. The way this is calling out what to do does not specify anything for Tinker's tools. So I'm gonna have to improvise a little here.
Or
Because
I
that does, I'm gonna say that works in your favor.
great.
So proficiency with Tinker's tools. I'm gonna say these rolls that I have you make, I'm gonna have you make with proficiency, even if you don't already have it, since you're
Cool.
using Tinker's tool.
Okay.
So you
Can I
need
give
to.
her the help action.
Yeah, absolutely. Can like team it, tag team
Yeah.
it, or
Yeah.
so whoever I'm gonna have you guys decide between the two of you who makes each of these checks as I say them.
Sure.
And at least in Alaska's case, it'll be with proficiency if it's Alaska, for using Tinker's tools. Actually, I'm gonna say that that'll apply to both of you since you're helping
Okay.
each other.
If you've picked something that we already have proficiency in, will that Tinker's Tools proficiency add itself to be considered an expertise or no?
We will for this.
Okay.
So add it again if you don't already have expertise.
Cool.
Okay. So you first need to make an investigation or survival check to know which joints need to be reconnected.
My survival is better, so I will do that. And then I'm adding my proficiency to this, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm adding 4 to whatever this roll is for survival.
And it's at advantage because of the help.
Great. Cool, so 20.
Okay. That is successful. You're able to reconnect several joints.
Geeker.
Sorry, you're able to identify which joints needed to be connected.
Now these guys need to get connected.
Yeah, now you need to make a sleight of hand check to do the actual connecting.
Oh, I'm less good at that.
I have a +6 in sleight of hand, so I'll do this one, and I get the help action.
And the +4, yes.
Yeah, so I'm
And the +4.
gonna help point to you and be like, I think you're better with the
Okay,
if you can do the connecting and the
So I roll this.
no lefty
twice.
loosey. Left is loose, right is tight.
I rolled
Great.
a nat 20, so is a 30 good?
Holy crap.
But I'd hope so.
You wave your hand over it and they connect themselves.
Yep. So we'll say there were like 4 different joints to connect, and then a couple of straps to snap in place and things
Alaska's
like
probably just like holding them
that.
in the right spot.
Odyssey is filled by the spirit of this woman being so hot.
Oh shit.
You're like sweating into it and it's like lubricating the situation.
Amazing.
As you snap on the last fastening that needs to be fastened on, the whole contraption like snaps together, and you can hear this like metal folding on metal sound as like the metal feathers are scraping into each other, and then it flexes back out, and you can feel that it's got like this almost a life to it,
Cool.
because Odysseia, at least you can definitely tell that these types of machinations, you're familiar with at least the concept of an artificer as well. It's magically imbued machinery. It's like the magic reignited in this wing as you snapped on the last missing piece. And she goes, finally, and pulls aside the left half of her vest and just like leans her shoulder in, and it's like it's a magnet sucking in a super magnet. The wing like flexes in, flips around, and ping, reattaches to her back. And she's able to, get her vest back in place. Now about this Ilrin.
Yes. So, essentially, you crashed, and when you crashed, everyone on your crew, was put under some sort of spell.
So my crew is alive.
Oh,
and
well,
not
yes.
just- Well, that changes the plan moving forward.
No, they're all alive, and they all think that you've just sort of disappeared, basically. And this Ilrin has basically said he's gonna take over. So, yeah. So.
Well, Kaisera, I must first apologize to you since you're immediately in front of me at the moment. I meant no abandonment whatsoever. I must be honest, I feel like half of the person I am without that wing, and I didn't want to... For anybody I didn't already assume dead, I didn't really want to show myself until I could figure this out. And Kaisera's just like, don't worry, it's okay, Captain. It's okay. If you're good now, though, there are things to resolve, yes? And Inda slaps the crossbow on the table and says, Abso-fucking-lutely. And she rushes over to this room and shoves her bed aside, which is like just sprawled halfway in the middle of the room. Shoves the bed aside, revealing a small chest, and just like stomps on it with her foot.
I've lost her.
Oh, she's. Oh, wait, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm down here.
There you
Okay.
are.
Yeah,
The
back
door,
here.
the door's
Okay.
right here. She's right here next to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, she stomps on this chest and it pops open, revealing some stuff that she just kicks over to you guys and says, "I'm up with whatever you please."
Ooh.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Okay, what do we have? There's some goodies.
I'll be right back. I have to go to the restroom.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually, let's take a super quick break for all of us. Like super
Okay.
quick though.
For sure.
We'll be right back.
Cool.
All right. Anywho,
Let me know.
we are back. Okay. So Captain Inda is it's short work to let her know what's going on, and she is on board, especially because you guys helped her out with fixing her wing. That if our context clues are connecting, would have been a very long time that she's been toiling on it. And she's kicked over this chest of goodies to you, making it very obvious that she is preparing to aggressively attack the situation here. So,
Oh boy, what do I want?
And she'll describe these to you. I'm not going to roleplay describing all of them. I'm just going to list these things off because it's a list. She's going to point out a flame tongue sword,
Oh, that's cool.
Yo.
Holy
a
shit.
ring of evasion,
Ooh.
a lantern of revealing,
Interesting.
Ooh.
and a spell scroll of flame strike.
Oh.
Hang on. Flame tongue sword.
Ring of evasion.
Ring of evasion.
Lantern of revealing and spell scroll of flame strike.
Yes.
So it's
What
four
was the
things.
third one?
Third one was a lantern of revealing.
Thank
It
you.
Mm-hmm.
can reveal invisible creatures.
That's nice. That's solid.
Spell
That's
scroll
sick.
of flame strike.
Yes.
Correct.
Mhm.
Looking up the sword. I don't think I need it. I think someone else should have the sword.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I'm not looking for like the sword or the scroll particularly.
We all have see invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Just
True.
a heads up.
I believe there is more to that item though.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It can
And
burn for
objects.
6 hours.
Ah,
Yeah.
sure.
And objects.
See invisibility, I believe, is only creatures, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Lantern
I
of
think
revealing
so.
reveals hidden things as well.
Cool. So is she just like "Hey, here's
Hands it
stuff"?
over. Yep.
Okay. I'd be interested in that lantern.
Okay. Who's our least dexterous person?
Probably
Numbers.
Alaska.
I've got a 0 to I have a +0 to dex.
Oh, okay. Well.
But I also have I'm like a big meaty man slapping meat. I feel like we'll hold on to it. I don't know that I'll immediately use it.
I'm just
I
saying
would-
ring of evasion for Alaska in terms of being in precarious places.
I would say ring of evasion for Kazan or Odyssea based on hit point total.
Mm.
Because it basically gives you it judges amount of other things too. Like it's not just dex, or I mean it is, but like
It's you succeed on a saving throw.
Yeah.
I think. I feel Odyssey. I feel like should have it because I have a lot of stuff that uses my reaction already. And I feel like that would be more limiting than helpful.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'd get to use it because I'll probably be using my reaction for other things.
Yeah, you need your reaction.
it could also, I mean, realistically, ring of evasion could work on anybody.
Yeah.
Lantern of Revealing is cool. Spell of Flame Strike, I would suggest someone who is already a spellcaster because it's going to be easier for you guys to use it. Like remind me, Justin, or remind me, Magic, how you do what you're
It's all good.
the way that you
It's
do spell scrolls, because it's like if you already have it as a spell, it's basically just like a free casting of it. But if it's not already in your spell list, then you have to make hit a DC to use it.
So if you can only use a spell scroll if it is a spell that you could normally cast, like if the spell is on your class list
Right.
first.
Oh.
Otherwise, someone else who has. So whether you have it or not as your character is different. In other words, only a wizard could cast a spell scroll containing a spell that only a wizard should cast.
Gotcha.
But most spells are going to be like multiple classes. The second thing is, if it's a spell you do already know, your character, then you can just cast it for free as an action, or bonus action if that's the case. Sorry, no, spell scroll is always an action. If it's not a spell that you have in your spell list, then you would have to make a DC against the spell level, like a spellcasting check against the spell level.
Like to see if you could cast it.
I think I have to take Flame Strike because it's a cleric spell.
Yeah, I don't have Flame Strike.
Is it just?
It's
Cleric?
only a cleric spell.
Oh, damn.
It says Oath of Things, but it doesn't say Paladin spell. So it
It's-
might also
Are it?
be a Paladin.
What oaths are it? What's the other-
Devotion and Glory. It's also not in my domain, but like it's in my class.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So it's cleric. I don't know why it's giving some of these specifications, but some of these are warlock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
Fiend, the Celestial, and the Genie are warlock subclasses.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And Oath
Okay.
of Devotion and Oath of Glory, I believe those are paladin.
Those are both
subclasses.
paladins.
Those
Yeah.
are Paladins. So it could be Kaz or Alaska or Odysseia.
Depending on because I have 2024 rules,
Mm.
I don't have a subclass yet for Warlock. So I would not be able to cast Flame
That's
Strike
true.
yet.
Yes. You need
I don't-
what, 3 levels?
I need 3 levels of
Yeah.
Warlock now.
I don't think I would be able to cast Flame Strike either.
I mean, why don't we take it?
Yeah.
I feel like we'll have
Oh, yeah.
everything. I'm not confident we'll
Sure.
immediately use everything now. Pumpkin, do you have a short range weapon, or do you want a short range weapon? Because I feel like one of the three of us should maybe take one of our fighty boys. You, myself, or Bast should probably go with that flame tongue sword because it's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
It's boss.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a boss sword.
She's gonna look at her short bow, and then the sword, and then the short bow, and just kind of hug it. Like,
Cool. All right. Bastet, would you like the sword, or would you like me to take the sword, or at least the immediate time being of removing this gentleman from the ship?
Do you have a weapon that you like?
I mean, I have a +1 longsword. It's just the thing that I use.
I think you deserve this sword.
I mean, I don't know if I deserve the sword. I will
But-
use the sword.
Use it well.
Also, is it a short sword or a long sword? You just said sword.
Flame
and
tongue short sword.
Oh, it's a flame tongue
So-
short sword.
It might be
Okay,
better for
hold
you
on.
because I'm built for a long sword, despite the fact that I'm 3
Hold on, because I was actually looking at the totally wrong thing.
Okay.
Isn't your
Uh,
key a sword though?
My key does turn into a sword if I needed to.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought
like,
that was
but
your
it's
primary sword, but
my primary sword is just I think a +1 long sword.
oh, okay. Take the fire sword.
Right, but it's a different type of sword, and I get
Uh,
different things depending on how if I use a two-handed weapon, I get better stuff.
Mhm.
And a short sword is not, I believe, at all two-handed.
You can only use one hand for sure.
I don't feel like changing
yeah,
my fighting style for a sword that doesn't fire damage.
I get proficiency to martial weapons
Yeah.
and simple weapons.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah, all swords are martial weapons.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll take the Bernie sword.
Yeah.
I do love my trident, but sometimes it's fun.
I
to-
mean, if down the line we realize we have a whole bunch of swords and we want to make a trade, that's also super doable.
Yeah.
But I feel like immediately right now, why don't you take the flamey sword?
yes, yes.
Great.
Sounds good.
We just
And
have to
Pumpkin-
imagine that all of this figuring out is happening rather quickly in
Very
character.
quickly,
because
yeah.
in while you're doing this, Inda's in the other room, like shoving things aside and like working with some mechanisms and things like that, like clearly preparing for something.
Sure. For now, who wants the ring? Do we have to attune to the ring of evasion?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Okay, so we probably won't have time to do that today. But do I just toss everything in the bag and call it for now? Else?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with tossing everything in the bag.
Great.
As she's throwing things into a bag, Odysseus is going to go to her and say, "Do you want to know what he's doing?"
Right. Who's doing? Ilrin?
This man.
Yes, of course.
Ilrin.
Okay, she's just gonna put her hand like very lightly on her shoulder because she's hot. And Odysseus is going to cast Arcane Eye.
Ooh.
Yo!
That's so good.
That's sick.
And it's going to, so she has a false eye. She has not a glass eye, she has a golden etched eye in her fucking head.
That
And what's
rules.
going to happen is this magical version of this like etched globe, like a sun in a medieval orrery, is going to appear in front of her, coming out of her eye like a copy of it. And she's going to send it into the ship to try to find him.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
And this is invisible
that
to other
guy.
people, right?
It is
Or is it?
invisible to other people, so you're gonna see it for like the briefest second, and then it will like wink out of existence as it vanishes into the ship.
Nice. All right. You are going to see Odysseus. It finds this Ilrin in the first section of the ship where he met you in the first place.
Okay.
By himself, sitting in a room with like a simple desk and chair that look like they're out of place. Like it looks like a closet, basically, not like an office. And he's just sitting in there, like in the dark, writing on a piece of paper
Mm-hmm.
by himself.
The eye has dark vision. Can she read what he's writing?
Let's fucking go.
That's so good. Oh my
So it's there's several pages like flipped over to his left, and he's working on the newest one. So it's clear that like this is part of something larger than the single page he's on.
Okay.
There's not much on there because it's a page just started, but it's generally an accounting of things that have happened in the most recent time period. He doesn't use words like today or like day, month, year in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like total flow sequence of events. And so far what you can see that it includes arrival of unfamiliar people. That's you. Meeting Kaisera, mention of the artifact, and then he kind of stops there and is just like leaning back and tapping his mouth, like clearly thinking about something.
With the knowledge that we now have that this man is new, he is unusual, he is a stranger to this ship, can she do either an insight or a perception check of this guy?
What are you trying to glean?
Player, but also potentially Odysseus, has a theory that he is a representation of the body.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
That's
I'm
interesting.
probably wrong, but my
That
theory
he
is that like
Havoc.
he is Havoc, and he's keeping them
that-
here and
Okay.
feeding off of them to give himself life.
Okay, let's have you
That's
make
really-
then a.
Or more like, or he's some kind of space organism. Like, are there things now that I know that he is capital W wrong about his clothing, about his garments, about the way he is, that suddenly you're
Right.
like, oh, that's Uncanny Valley. What the fuck is that?
This is gonna be a very broad stroke perception check.
Yes. Okay.
That's way cooler than what I thought he was.
I rolled
Yeah.
a nat 1, so I got a
Okay.
14.
Still a
Go.
14. Okay. over the table. I'm stealing the fuck out of that because that sounds so cool. It's not Havoc.
Damn it!
But that would be so badass. Holy shit.
That's so good.
Yeah, I'm stealing that.
I mean, you said that the creature was still alive, and I was like, is this a way to keep them here to feed off of them?
Stealing
like
the
their
fuck
energy.
out of it. Oh my god. You're a genius,
Jesus
Vic.
Christ.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
That's where my brain goes.
You're confident this is not like a manifestation of Havoc in any way.
Okay.
This has to be like either another crew member that maybe just other people didn't remember well, or truly just someone or something from out here that came here and like is trying to take over these people. As far as what he looks like in general, we did say, if I remember correctly, that you've like heard of this kind of creature before. I'm talking really loudly. I'm sorry, I got all excited.
You're good.
No, it's so
Totally
good.
fine. Into it.
You had heard of this kind of creature like by reading.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to get into much detail as far as like that jacket, those boots, the monocle he has, like that wouldn't be able to do much for you. But as far as like just being, he's a space hippo in space, like that is not out of place.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the eye moves in like physically, it means that she can now bring the eye back and know exactly where on the ship he is.
Okay.
It's not like it appears where he is. She had to find him.
Got it.
So Odysseus can tell the captain he is behind this door, like this down from this place on the ship. Here is where he is exactly. He's writing a log of what has happened. And I can keep it there for a while. So if he looks like
if he
he's
starts
thinking
like, to move, yeah.
and starts doing things, like I can keep it on him for an hour.
I should need only a few more seconds here. And she's like still tinkering around with stuff, and she's like spent some time just kind of doing this crystal ball thing with the spinning orb in the middle of the room. And she eventually just like slams a fist on the table, and you will see almost like a poof of light glitter like just spew out of the spot on the table that she slammed her fist on, and you're gonna hear like clunk after clunk after clunk, and feel like the ground you're standing on, the part of the ship you're standing on, just shake with each thud. You can hear machinations happening in the floor above you. And they end with like one crackling smack of metal on wood that almost sounds like it's gonna rip the remainder of this piece of the ship in half. And then she just snaps her finger at the wall to the south here, and like a sprawling megaphone pops out, like the big end pointing right at her face. And she's just
I'm keeping the
going
eye
to-
on him, by the way, so I get to
Yes.
see what his reaction is.
Dope.
She starts with screaming into the megaphone, "Captain on deck!" And you can hear
Hell yeah.
one set of footsteps on the room around you, just like you can hear like the stomp for attention, and then just running. And you can hear the footsteps going up the steps and then plant themselves like on the floor that's right above, on the other side of the ceiling above you. And then you hear some tick, 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 clank, 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 tick, 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 clank, clank, like a machine is being readied.
Oh my god.
We have a
Is that the-
situation, it seems. Protocol 7. Total annihilation of the stern. Fire! And you just hear this boom. And now we roll initiative.
Yo!
Oh,
Total
that's-
annihilation of the stern. Jesus fucking Christ.
I hope that
Protocol
I hope that-
7.
I hope that nobody was still on that part of the ship that was like it was just
Nice.
Oh, man.
Just doing the initiativing very hard on my initiative.
And this is why we wanted to give you the Ring of Evasion.
I'll be fine.
Oh shit. Okay. Where are we at?
Okay.
Damn.
Kazan gets 12.2. I
12.
can't tell you how hyped I was to get to
Where's
that.
Pumpkin?
Oh man.
So sick.
Alaska 3.
I love
Got to
her
click 'em at the
so
pumpkin.
much.
Odysseus 16.
Wow. I have a +9 and I got 13.
Oh
Christ.
no.
Oh no.
I have a
That's
plus
fine.
0 and I got a 3.
Bost is a 22. Bost is ready to fucking roll.
Oh god.
Initiative so high.
And Pumpkin 13.
Coming
Okay.
Light on in the back.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is essentially a surprise. Play? There we go. Okay. This is a surprise. The captain looks at all of you and says, "Would you join me?"
I've already
Yeah.
started floating.
It
Yeah, of
like
course.
holds her hand out.
Let me get our new friends.
Your new friends have already activated their part of my protocol.
Damn.
Oh.
All right, yeah. And I'll put my hand in.
All right.
Hands in.
Yeah.
All right. She is going to whip out a sword that is immediately aflame when she pulls it out of her, unsheaths it.
Yo!
And when the flame reaches the tip, you all blink and you flash to immediately just like flying, and you're halfway between. You're at the halfway point between all three of the pieces, just in the air, screaming toward the first piece of the ship. And unfortunately, I don't have a great. Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna do this right here. It's about as good as it's gonna get for like being able to see this.
What has
Hold on.
that?
She knows who
little hippo man
Akasa and
done?
Deveris are?
Yes.
Oh god.
Am I missing anyone?
You're missing
Those
me.
look so sick.
Sorry.
I was back in
I'm
the other
black.
room, and I am just okay. Now I don't know where I am.
Okay, so,
Top
so
right.
we're out
Okay.
here. And I just put your tokens here so that you can kind of see this zoomed out view.
Is that a fried egg?
It does kind
It
of.
does look like a
Totally.
fried egg, like right here. Yeah.
So
That's
you're
so
essentially like here.
There.
You came off of. You're flying off of this part of the ship. Yes, where that arrow was pointing. And as you fly out, like with this blink, you takes like a split second to get your bearing on where you actually are. You can see a cannon on the top of the piece of the ship that you just blinked out of. You can see two cannons, one of them right by your Redbud friend, and a ballista off of that same piece of the ship. And all of them are manned by anywhere from 2 to 6 people, between like
Jesus.
holding big ballista arrows or like carrying cannonballs, and like some people like on the helm of each, just like pointing. You heard the boom of the cannon behind you. Both cannons and the ballista fire, and it's like you and these bullets flying at the same time toward the stern. The cannonballs and the ballista hit, and this thing is splintering into dust, and out of it pops this fucking guy. Oh, I had it and then I lost it.
FG.
Hyped it up and then I lost it. 1 second.
So what if we just don't stop? What if we just keep going and just hit him? This is so crazy. Oh my god.
Wait, what? That's
What's the hippo man been doing during all of this, I wonder?
if you were paying attention, he would have like looked around like he was surprised to hear a voice, and then like stood up and just peeked out of the closet. And now you're at that moment where like you're flying, these cannonballs and ballista arrow are flying, and he's still in there. Why is this not here? Let me double check.
That's such a beautiful illustration.
Scoot all the way to the top. You can see just like an eye and a jaw, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Weird, but it's cool.
That's super cool.
yeah. Is that
There's
the
another
very,
eye at the
like-
bottom.
Here be
Oh,
monsters.
that's
That looks
why.
like it's part of the spine at the bottom too.
Yeah.
Maybe. We're like in the rib cage, or we were kind of in the rib cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
This
no!
fucking thing.
Oh.
Let's fucking go.
This fucking
I'm
thing
gonna stab
comes
the shit out of
it.
this guy.
I hate this so much. I'm so terrified.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, so since there is not like a good virtual tabletop battle map for this, we're just gonna theater of the mind this whole fight.
Sure.
Suffice to say that at the moment you're about 300 feet away from where he is, but he's like jumped out now and is just flying at you guys. And your speed is 5 times your, was it the intelligence score, times 5 right now.
So,
Damn.
25 times? No.
25
25
times
times
your
our-
intelligence score right now.
Great. So what's 25 times 15?
You have been magically enchanted by something that
Oh, okay, great.
Inda did. 25 times 15 is going to be like
God, she's so
Yeah.
hot.
Well,
So,
it's,
hold on.
it's
several hundred.
575.
It's-
500
yeah.
something. Yeah.
This creepy guy here is Hippo Man?
Yep.
Asshole.
Did I see him transform?
You did.
Oh.
He was disguising himself as Hippo Man.
Yo.
Thank you.
Yes.
I-
All right. So,
Odysseus is going to say to all of you, that's him.
Legit.
Boss, you are first.
Okay, and so we're trying to go.
This is totally theater of the mind. You're just seeing this on the screen as like this is the scene that you're fighting in.
Copy.
Yeah.
And how far away is he?
You're able to get right up to melee range if you want.
Yeah.
Your speed
I-
is stupid. Just assume you can go wherever the fuck you want.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I say why don't we take this bad boy out for a ride? And
Hell yeah.
I use my bonus action to say flame on.
Hell yeah.
Because I just assume that that's what I'm supposed
Something
to
is
say.
required. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I give it a good swing.
Okay.
So, oh come on. Are you not gonna do it? Oh jeez.
17 to hit?
Well the first one is 12.
Ah, okay. Neither one will hit.
Okay. So that was oh, I get 2 attacks per action. So yeah. The cool. All right. Then I already used my action surge. No. Saving throw that you fail. Hold on. Sorry. Have we taken a short rest at all?
Nope.
I don't believe so, no.
Good gracious.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so I've done action and bonus action, and I moved. All right,
Okay.
yep, that's my whole turn.
Odyssia.
She is going to drop the arcane eye and cast. How many of us are there? There's us 5.
5, 6, 7.
Plus Inda, if you include her.
I would like to include Inda in this. So 3. I'm going to cast Bless. She's casting Bless. And I'm going to cast it on 2, 3. The party. All of us.
I am nowhere near you.
Are you're farther than 30 feet away from me?
Very
Yeah.
much so.
Well, never mind. You are not getting blessed.
She moved the remaining like 200 feet to get to right up to his face.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm casting Bless on. I think I did the right number there. Everyone but Bast. And then I can do a cantrip and a spell in the same round, right?
As long as
See.
one's an action and one's a bonus action.
Yeah, one is an action, one is a bonus action, and one is a cantrip, one is a leveled spell.
Let me double check one thing really quickly. Then, sorry, I was not super ready. No, I'm just going to, in that case, she's going to cast Bless and then kind of panicked. That's all she can do.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Inda is going to fly forward and slash twice at this dude with their flaming sword. It says mace, but it's a damn sword. I said so. 13 and a 17 do not hit both times.
Oh,
She
fuck.
has Bless though. Roll a d4.
Ah,
Mm.
17 does not hit. Good to know.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Half of me is not.
Pretty 20.
Okay. One of them does manage to hit.
All right, 18 is our
18.
DC, team.
18 is the DC.
Nice. Okay, Pumpkin.
Sick. All right, cool. Okay, so roughly how far away are we from not so Hippo Man anymore?
About 200 feet with a flying
200
speed
feet.
of stupid.
Cool. Mine isn't as good as everyone else. My intelligence score is shit. So I think, what was the calculation? It was 25
times score.
Yeah.
I can move 225 feet, which is fine.
Yep.
That's still a lot. But that's okay because he's in range. So what what I'm gonna do is pull back my short bow and whisper some cool elvish words to it. I'm basically marking this guy. What is it? As my sworn enemy. So I'm gonna try and hit him with it. See
Nice.
what happens. So that's the first one, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. So here's the initial damage from it. So it's 4 piercing and then an additional 10 as they are a sworn enemy.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and hit him again with it. Actually, that's a fun thing with this. I completely forgot. I get advantage when I make them my sworn enemy.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fish for that crit.
In case that
Yeah,
doesn't
they
happen.
also gain no benefit from half cover or 3 cover, or 3/4 cover, and I suffer no disadvantage due to long range.
Hell yeah.
That's nice.
It's a good bow. So 22 to hit.
Was that the advantage roll or another
Yes.
roll?
Just an advantage roll. I'm
Okay.
just gonna take the first one. That's fine.
Gotcha.
Cool. So that is 4 plus 13, so 4 for the initial, and then 13 additional piercing. I also have other fun things that I always forget to use. I can mark him as my favored foe.
Yes.
For a minute, so I'm gonna do that. So that's gonna be an additional 1d6. So here's that. That's an additional 4. And then I also have a thing called Dreadful Strikes, where every time I hit a creature with a weapon, I deal 1d6 psychic damage. So I'm gonna do that too.
Damn!
Jesus. But wait,
Yeah.
there's
It's only
more.
one. It's only one, but still.
Is it like one of those weird once per turn type things?
Yeah. The Dreadful Strikes is once per turn. The favored foe is once every time you hit the foe, so long as it's within that time frame.
Nice.
Rangers are cool, man.
They're
I
so
find it hard to
cool.
do.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
All right. Dare I ask, is there anything else?
Not right now. I don't think so. I have some other things that I can do, but I'm gonna wait.
All right. Kazan.
I am going to use my movement to get right next to Pumpkin. I'm going to say, rain hellfire on them, and I'm going to cast flame arrows on Pumpkin's quiver.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let me cast that. It'll be I think it's 6 arrows. Let me double check what the number of
Okay.
arrows that you get are.
Nice.
Boop. Look at that. So it's cast. It'll be. Can we see what the number is, please? It just says the quiver. Oh, 12 pieces. It's 12 pieces of ammunition.
Ooh,
So,
Nice.
all of your arrows will do an extra d6 fire damage. I will use just a feature I have. It says no action required to immediately regain 5 sorcery points.
Oh, nice.
So we'll get those guys back.
That's sick. Hell yeah, dude.
And then I'll use my bonus action. I'll take a deep breath, and these giant, large, whitish blue wings will sprout from my back.
Yo!
Fuck
And I will
yeah.
get
Rules.
an additional. I'll get a flying speed equal to my current movement. And I think I'm just going to barrel into this guy. Or towards him, because I feel like that would be an action, like hit him. But yeah, I will approach him closer. I'll be about 15 feet away. And then that will be my turn.
Okay. It is the Death Slud's turn.
Death slide, Jesus.
Death Slod?
I remember
Yeah.
these fucking things.
I hate
I don't
these
like
fucking
that at
guys.
all.
I've
Yeah.
never fought one. It's gonna be a great time for me.
So who all went up to him? I know we have Inda, we have Bast. Anyone else like right here?
Kazan's within 15 feet.
15 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Um,
haven't gone yet.
all 3 of those people need to make a dexterity save as a spell is being cast.
Ooh. Fun.
Which 3 people? One more time.
Inda, Kazan, and Bast.
Cool. Dex save. Oh hell yeah. Six.
So wait, I'm doing it at disadvantage, yeah?
No, it's a
no.
save, so you're fine.
Oh.
Only skill checks are disadvantaged for you.
Okay, sorry. So it is the 14.
It is the 14. Okay.
I mean, it's still 14, but
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not close enough to boost anybody, so.
Inda is the only one
Kaz,
that's saved.
Roll a d4. I know it's not
Oh,
going to do much, but you have it because you're blessed.
Is this a spell or a magical effect?
It's a spell.
I would like to counterspell, please.
Okay. Level.
Let me go with a. How are my spell slots looking?
Right? Yeah, that's what I usually do.
pretty good. I think we'll hit it with a fourth level spell slot.
Okay, you will need to roll.
Okay.
What?
That's. Can you remind me what the rules that we're using now are?
So
for the,
it's D20 plus your spellcasting modifier, and that is against a DC of 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So we will do
You're
D20.
making a charisma check, basically. Oof.
Oof. Nope.
Ooh. Okay.
Unfortunate.
You're gonna see this thing open its mouth, and Kazan attempts to counterspell it, but it is not successful. This spell is too powerful.
Is it?
He's going to just scream a like blood-curdling roar and engulf all of you, including himself, in a fireball.
Yikes.
And that's it level 5.
Damn.
Oh my god.
So that's
I'm so mad I'm not right there right now, because finally would my third portion of my aura be helpful.
right.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Okay, only
Dude.
31 damage.
Only.
Fire damage for everybody that
That's
failed.
exactly over half.
Yep. 1 over half.
What was the range on that? Like, who all got hit with that? Was that everybody?
It was
No.
a fireball range, so
Fireball range. So
Oh,
it was only everybody within 20 feet of him
yeah.
Okay.
in any direction.
I also
Okay,
need
good.
to make a Constitution save for concentration on flame arrows.
Yes.
Sure. So you need 15. Great.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm at 30.
Oh dear.
Ah, wrong way. Okay. He is then going to grab at Inda, or try to slash at Inda. That's on.
Death slot.
We fought one of these in Cursus Shroud and we called it a death salad.
That's good.
A delicious
Nom, nom,
deathly
nom.
salad.
Nice.
Oh wait,
It's the kind of salad that you get when you meet someone who's a new forager and you live in the Pacific Northwest and you don't trust them.
What are you
Fair,
awaiting,
actually.
Sam?
hey, I'm gonna mage Slayer attack that bitch.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
because he did a thing.
Yeah, cause he magicked within 5 feet of me, that fucker. And my sword is still on fire, cause so am I. So let's see. It's just taking forever for stuff that I click on
That's
to
a bummer. I hate when that
transfer.
happens.
Oh yeah, that'll happen sometimes.
And so every time I click on something, I feel like, do I need to click again? But then it shows up later. So I'm
There
doing
we
this.
go.
There it is.
I hit the shit out of
Fuck
him,
yeah,
baby.
dude.
That definitely
Okay.
hits.
So, okay, hold on. I don't know if that actually did the thing.
It did. It just rolled it poorly.
So poorly.
Yeah, that 2d6, you got a 1 and a 1.
Ooh.
What the
brutal.
fuck?
Damn.
Hey, you gotta shake those 1s out so you can get to those 6s.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys remember how poorly I played last session too.
Yeah.
AKA
coming together.
why I have exhaustion.
Yes.
All right.
Boss is having a
So-
time.
Yeah.
So he's got a 11 boo-boos from boss.
Great.
11 boo-boos.
11
Excellent.
boo-boos for this man.
All of you can see that the crews of the various pieces of ship that remain are frantically like scurrying around, you know, like placing a new bolt or putting in a new cannonball and twisting cranks and things like that, like they're readying the weapons. And you catch out of the corner of your eye, shoot, what were their names?
My other wife and her brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Lystra and something. Lyson and Zastra.
License.
Yes, Lyson and Zastra, complete with their pirate-esque attire, flying along from the middle section of the ship to the last one that you just left. If you remember, they were on the section of the ship that just got exploded, but they are flying off to safety.
Good.
Bost, back to you.
No, that was a
Nope.
reaction.
Nope,
Yeah.
that was a reaction.
Oh, that was a reaction.
And he was going after.
that was
was
was the slide. Alaska.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So did he actually hit Indra? Because you had made a bunch of attacks
Yeah.
on Indra, then we didn't talk about damage. So
Yeah.
he hit Indra or grabbed Indra was what you were having it do.
He made some attacks,
Yeah.
yes, and I took in the damage.
Great, cool. Now it's Alaska.
Yes.
Yes.
Great, she's gonna
Did
fly
he
at him.
take his fire damage, by the way? I'm sorry.
Yes.
He
I
took
got-
the fire damage.
I got all the boo-boos.
Great.
Thank you, just wondering.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's gonna think really hard and fly towards him because I have a speed now of 400 feet. As she's going, she's gonna grab her, double hand her greatsword, and cast a blinding smite on it as a bonus action, so it starts to
Nice.
glow bright white. And then I'm gonna try and stab him twice.
Nice.
up!
My two hands. Actions. Longsword. Hit. Boop. 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Get him.
So this is the first attack I use with it, so I'm also adding 3d8 radiant damage. Boop. Boop boop. Bummer. 7 radiant damage. Also, I need him to make a constitution saving throw or be blinded. I'm also concentrating now, because I always concentrate. No, I don't.
Okay.
It just is a minute. Cool. Con save of 16, please. Or he has to meet 16. He's probably gonna do it.
Let's
Well,
fucking
yeah.
go!
Somebody is blinded. He can make a saving throw at the end of each of his turns to try and get out of it. But he is currently now blind. Second attack. Oh yeah, so it was 10 slashing damage and then 7 radiant plus the already existing 13 other radiant.
Got it. Okay.
Great. Second attack.
You can tell that this creature is wounded several different ways. Sideways, it is bloodied.
Great.
Cool.
Is there a way I could like fly around him and give myself advantage by flanking on opposite side of Bast?
Yeah.
Great. I want to do that for this one.
Oh my god.
This is 29 hit.
Yeah.
My God.
Great. So that's I'm doing it two-handed because I like two-handed. So actually, scratch the math on the first one. It was only 11 points plus 11 points of slashing plus 9 points of radiant.
Oh.
Take
okay.
10 out of the first amount because I read that wrong.
Okay.
And then on this one, add 24 damage, 17 of which is slashing,
Jesus.
7 of which is radiant, and that will be my turn. Also, now if he tries to run, I have Sentinel. So
All right.
Yeah.
Now back up
I
to
have
Bast.
created a problem.
All right.
And I'm now
Uh,
flanking with you, so you have advantage
So, I mean, yeah. Let's
on whackity whacks.
let's try this sword again. So instead of going with what? Okay, how do I make it do advantage?
Just roll it twice. I just click it twice.
Okay, but
It should give you a menu that pops up like public roll and then like normal. That second one would give you a drop down for advantage or disadvantage if it's working correctly.
yeah, it's not.
Look twice
Um,
then. That's okay.
All right.
No.
Well, so that's the advantage on my first swipe.
It does not hit.
Yeah. So then my second swipe advantage does hit. All right.
No, that was
So-
3.
You rolled it 3 times, babe.
14 and a crit.
Mother.
Fails.
Cool. I love that.
Mm.
I love that
no, you're
so
not
much. I love that so much.
Yeah, Boss is having a rough time.
I know.
Yeah, Boss has been having a rough time.
Yeah.
Folks.
Blame it on the exhaustion.
It's the-
again, that's not
I know.
It's having-
the reason that she's been anyway. So can she do anything with bonus actions? I'm gonna do a second wind to get myself some hit points back.
Nice.
15.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right. And that is my turn.
Okay. Odysseia.
So real quick, who is down HP right now? Pumpkin, what are you at?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
And Cass?
56 out of 87.
Okay.
So I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
also
think
down,
we're all-
but I'm down from the last fight, so it's not a problem to me.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess in that case. Sorry.
I was like, yeah, he's
had
already
an
bloody.
idea, and it's not really doing anything.
He is getting kind of like jumped the fuck out of right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is an unfair fight.
Yeah.
I guess she's just going to get within 60 feet of him because her flight right now is like 350. So she's going to get just within 60 feet.
Okay.
And cast a cantrip, Toll the Dead. And because he has taken damage, he is going to take let's see here.
He has to make a save though, right?
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
5.
Nice.
Get fucked.
Get wrecked. So it's
That's
R/roll
/R.
/R roll. So it's /R.
You could do
Three.
/R or /roll. You can do either one.
Okay, 3d12. I think it's what it is.
Damn.
And that is necrotic damage. 19.
God damn.
Okay.
And it just sounds like a stack of library books have just been dropped and like one of his his fucking foot gets smashed or
I
something.
love that.
Little gangrenous. It's kind of gross.
Nice. Anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Okay. Off to Inda. It's going to take another couple of slashes and just to describe what's going on here, it's like these two are super focused on each other and not you guys as much. I mean, the fireball is a fireball.
Sure.
They're just like, imagine these two people just like slashing at each other, and you can hear tings of metal on metal between the claws and sword and everything, just like tumbling with each other mid-air while you guys are all floating in this fight. Got this. Twice. Yeah, they both hit.
Damn.
1, 2, and 1, 2. Math.
14 plus 17
49?
is 31.
49,
yeah.
All right. That was 2 big hits. This thing looks like it's on death row. It is Pumpkin's turn.
Fuck him up, Pumpkin.
Okay,
Oh, we got him.
I'm gonna do the short bow thing again. It's at advantage. Here's the first one, 21 to hit. Is
Oh
that-
yeah.
I think it hits. Okay, cool. So 19 total piercing damage.
And then
What's up?
I was gonna throw on the fire, but you're. I'll wait.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You know what? Let's do that for this one. Yeah. Here's the additional 1d6 for hey.
Oh,
look at
hell
that.
yeah.
Oh shit.
For the fire arrow. So that's 25 total for that one.
Ash, flavor the demise of
Yeah.
your
Oh,
death.
shit.
Foe.
Fuck that
So
salad.
good.
Fuck
Cool.
that
Salad.
I think that's such a fun phrase. Fuck that salad. I'm gonna write that down. I think Pumpkin knows that she's gonna try and get a couple hits in here. So she's preemptively pulled out both arrows from her quiver, knocking one back, and then seeing the tip of it just catch fire immediately. She's like, "Oh yeah, this is fine," and just lets it go. Puts the other one straight into her short bow, and she's just like waiting, waiting to see the result. As this death salad thing just fucking catches flame, as the arrow punctures straight into it.
Nice. All right, this thing is going to draw its last breath and just kind of slump over, and you'll see and hear the muffled cheering of all of the crew of the Lambent Zenith off in the distance behind you, and Inda basically doing this like witness my glory kind of stance.
Nice.
And that's where we're gonna end today.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Sorry we ran a little late, guys, but I knew this fight was gonna be short, so
Sure.
figured we'd just crank it out. For stream, we'll see you guys. We should be back in 2 weeks, but keep an eye on social media for posting updates. Bye.
Bye. Night, everybody.